What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans and Portland Trail Blazers fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, where I'll be doing a live play-by-play, live scoreboard over my head, and hopefully a fun interactive chat as the San Antonio Spurs face what's left, I guess, of the Portland Trail Blazers. No disrespect, I pulled up the Trail Blazers roster tonight. I don't know who a lot of these guys are. It looks like a ton of guys are out injured. They traded away a bunch of players. Are the Trailblazers in full tank mode? Sean Elliott with me tonight. Sean, let me move you over just a little bit there so there's a little room on the couch. Again, we're going to send him over there. All right. Anyway, hopefully have a good game. I think I read a stat tonight. If the Spurs lose, they'll be tied with the Trailblazers, win-loss record-wise lifetime. And that would mean the Spurs don't have a winning record against every team in the NBA. So, a big game for that. A game where the Spurs trying to stay in the play-in. A lot of people want the Spurs to tank. The Blazers look like they're tanking, so who the heck knows? Good evening, it's your boy Rico. Lonnie out for Lonnie's out again. Pup Squad, good evening. Thanks for stopping in. Seriously, guys, I might need your help with this Trailblazers roster in the first half because I don't know who a lot of these players are. I know who Drew Eubanks is, former San Antonio Spur. Drew Eubanks going against his former running mate, Jakob Poeltl. Drew Eubanks was traded from the Spurs to the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors cut him, and the Blazers signed him, and he's played fairly well as a starter for Portland. Tyreek Hill in Miami. I didn't see that coming, as I'm sure many of you did not. It is what it is. And speaking of the Nets, I think I saw New York is going to relax the restrictions, which makes me think Kyrie. Oh, we have actually Kyrie Irving might be able to play. I just remembered Zach Collins is a former Portland Trailblazer, and he'll be going to go into his own team. So there's a little bit of some storylines here tonight that are kind of cool. Former players going against their former teams. Phil, good evening, channel member. Thank you for supporting the channel. Call the game while driving to Arkansas. Alrighty. Battle for 11th seed. Is it LOLOLO? Well, you know what? I'm still rooting for the Spurs to make the play-in. It's going to be tough, but not impossible. Glaze and Bacon, good evening. Oh, good man. Listen, I don't want to stay up late either. I totally get it. It'll be about 12:30 in the morning when I finish calling the game. But I was like, you know what? I took a nap tonight for about a half hour. I'll be all right. Ace Jude, good evening. We'll take Daniel Lynch's job or run him out of town. They are rebuilding CB. They are in a major rebuild. And I didn't realize how big of a rebuild it was. When CJ McCollum got traded, that kind of made me think, all right, are they kind of hitting the reset button? They haven't had, as much playoff success as you would think they would have with Dame and CJ. CJ's gone, and Anthony Simons has, when he was healthy, apparently really starting to cook this year. But their roster, I seriously don't know a lot of these players that well. I recognize a few names. Obviously, I know Drew Banks because he's a former Spur. But this almost looks like a G League team. No disrespect, Blazers fans, which means this is a trap game for the San Antonio Spurs. They have lost a lot of games this year against players we're not familiar with, and they tend to give up all-star performances, Hall of Fame performances to a guy you've never heard of. And I fully expect somebody I'm not familiar with to go off tonight. Juan, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Phil, it kills. Good evening. A third round pick for Matt Ryan. That's it. I feel like he's still got a good few years in him, and I think he'll do well in Indy. He'll have a better surrounding supporting cast than he did in Atlanta. No offense, but it is what it is. But just a third round pick for more than likely future Hall of Famer, I would have taken that as an insult if I was him. Really seems like Atlanta just pushing him out the door at that point. I don't mind if the Spurs won't make him the plan, but I am worried with the Raptors. If the Raptors miss the playoffs, I don't believe we get their first round pick. And the Celtics are playing really well, which means that first round pick is getting to be later than we originally planned. When the trade happened, it looked like we were going to get like the 18th and 20th pick. There is a risk we could lose the Raptors pick. And the Celtics right now are, I think we'd be in the early 20s, like 23, somewhere around there, because they've been playing extremely well. Derek White hasn't been playing well, at least on paper. I haven't watched Celtics games. Statistically speaking, he's having a worse season than he was when he was with San Antonio. Can't hit a three-pointer to save his life. Hi again, Pup Squad. Nice, Kyle. Is Goran Dragic a better player than... sorry, that's pretty open-ended, but thank you for stopping in, Mariner and Norman. Thank you for everybody that's hanging out tonight. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. It's fast, fun, free, nutritious, and delicious. It does help the channel. It really does. YouTube's all about the algorithms. And as always, go Spurs, go! Hopefully, by the time we get to the fourth quarter, I'm not half asleep. I have two Falcons jerseys. Matt. That stings. That stings. Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. Both gone. I mean, this is why I don't like buying jerseys. The only jerseys I have right now are the two you see behind me. And both have played for the Spurs the whole career. Well, this one obviously started and finished his career with the Spurs. This one's still up for debate. Eli Manning, who played his whole career with the New York Giants. And I mean, I have an Eric Dickerson throwback jersey because I liked him when I was a kid, but it's a Rams jersey. He was already long retired when I got the jersey. I got a really good deal on it. So I mean, that's as far as like jerseys I bought for players that were actively playing. It's these two guys and Eli Manning. It kills. Good evening. I'm missing some highs here. King Jorge, good evening. 2 a.m. Oh my goodness. Sal 77. I hear you, man. It's late where I am. It's after 10 p.m. I'm not used to this. Spurs don't need Curry. We have Murray. That rhymes. I like that. I hope you turn. Yeah, he's been struggling big time. Yes, Fat Cat. That is Sean Elliott, former San Antonio Spur and current announcer, full-time Spurs fan. Good evening. No, the pug. Matt Ryan got traded from the Atlanta Falcons to the Indianapolis Colts for a third-round pick. That's it. Third-round pick. A little bit of an insult, I think. I got to bring up my scoreboard. I was talking to my friends on my Xbox, and I was like, "Whoa, I got to get going. I got a live stream to do here. Get with it." Asia channel member, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Hey to you, babe. South Tex, good evening. And go Spurs, go. Lupe, how do you feel about having a late game? I don't like it. It's my first late game in a while. I get up for work at 6:45 a.m. It's not the worst. I mean, I'll get 6 hours of sleep or so. Luckily, this is an easier week for me at my job, so it'll be all right. Where it'll affect me is when I go to work out tomorrow. I have two workouts scheduled for tomorrow. When I go to work out, I think that's when I'll feel a little bit. Didn't he lose a kidney? Who, Matt Ryan? I have no idea. Yes, Asia. Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. A lot of crazy things happening in the NFL the last few weeks. The Portland game. Joshua the R. We play them, I think, 3 times. We have 10 games left, including tonight. And I think we play Portland 3 times. So this will really decide whether the Spurs make the plan or not, probably. Welcome to how I felt for East Coast games. Fair enough, Kerm. Fair enough. The Ninja Sean Elliott. I don't remember being called that. They say it's a bad offseason for the 40 million quarterbacks. Well, Aaron Rodgers signed with the Green Bay Packers for 50 million a year and lost his number one wide receiver in Devontae Adams. Russell Wilson went to Denver, which I think was a good move. But Patrick Mahomes, one of those, I assume, $40 million quarterbacks, I got to think his salary's up there, loses his best receiver in Tyreek Hill. So, yeah, I guess in that respect, a lot of the big name quarterbacks are losing their best guys. Oh, yes, Sean Elliott did. I'm sorry, yes. That was actually part of the Memorial Day miracle when he hit that big game-winning shot. He had already had, I think, the kidney issue. Yes, Sean, I wasn't putting two and two together there. Yes, Sean Elliott, he did have the kidney issue. All in a week. Good evening, Rudy. Mahomes is 5. Is it 500? Wow. See, the thing is, when you give these quarterbacks that much money, I know they're the best in the league. You don't have money for anybody else. I don't care how good you are. You still need somebody to throw it to. I know Tom Brady won championships with a kind of mediocre wide receiving core in the first step of his career, first ladder, if you will, but he also had a pretty darn good defense and one of the best kickers in the game. So they were winning games with some offense, defense, and special teams. It wasn't just all on his arm at all back in the early 2000s. Benjamin, good evening. You the dog. Regular season, probably like. I'll actually tell you right now. Let me pull up my Spurs schedule for the rest of the year. The last Spurs game is April 10th. So 2.5 weeks. We got the Pelicans on Saturday. I'm calling every game that's left. Spurs and Rockets next week. Grizzlies and Spurs. Blazers and Spurs. So we got this, and then we play the Blazers April 1st and April 3rd. 2 times in 11 days. We got the remaining schedule. We got the Blazers tonight. Then the Pelicans, Rockets, Grizzlies, Blazers, Nuggets, Wolves, Warriors, Mavs. I plan on being live for every one of those games. do a final report card for the year, probably the last week of the season, like April 13th or something. I'm hoping to have SSPN on. And then we have the NFL draft and the NBA lottery and the NBA draft coming up. And I'll be doing videos. I just won't be going live much, probably, which is fine. I'll be working hard on my music channel once the NBA season's over. The New York Giants content, if anybody's been watching it that's not a Giants fan, I really want to thank you from right here. Um, Nintendo Lego NBA fan, thank you for stopping in. AXT channel member, thank you for stopping in. Jack Squirty, good evening. But I want to thank anybody that's not a Giants fan that is watching the Giants videos because they are doing so much better than I could have predicted. You might look at the channel and say, well, your Giants videos are only getting 800 to 1,000 views. That's not as good as your Spurs. And it's not. But you have to understand, in 2019, 20, and 21, when I've tried to do Giants content, those videos usually got 100 to 200 views. So the channel's finally growing as a Giants channel. And while I would love to say I could succeed as just a Spurs channel, which would be fine, I love the New York Giants. I do. I can't help it. I know they stink. It is what it is. Spurs starting lineup is DeJounte Murray, Devin Vassell, Joshua Primo, Keldon Johnson, and Jakob Poeltl. I have not gotten the starting lineup for Portland yet. Head coach Chauncey Billups, his first season as Portland head coach. Didn't realize that was his first season. Mars, good evening to you. Marvin, go Spurs, go. Javier, what's up? We got a late game tonight. 10 o'clock Eastern where I am. Drew Eubanks is in the starting lineup. Asia, I actually didn't know it was his brother. Benedict, good evening from the Philippines. Good morning from the Philippines. Greg, good evening. It's called TSR Music, the pug. I love making music. I'm a metal guy, so there's a lot of really heavy stuff on there, some mellower metal stuff. But TSR Music, if you go to the main page of TSR Sports, there's a playlist of the sports songs I've done on there and some Spurs songs even. Spurs win the jump ball, and away we go. Jakob Poeltl with a jump hook over former teammate Drew Eubanks to start the game, and that is no good. I'll see if I can find out who's starting for CJ Ellaby, Drew Eubanks, Justice Winslow. That's 3 of the 5 starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. I can't see who else is out there, but we have an early bucket to start us off. And the Portland is up 2-0. I can't see the other 2 starters. Chris Dunn is in the starting lineup. Jakob Poeltl into the paint. Thunder dunk of justice right by his former teammate Drew Eubanks. Jakob saying, see, I can dunk. So there's 4 of the 5 starters. It is Portland ball. And I don't know any of these players, so my apologies. It's going to be a tough call tonight as I get acclimated with their lineup. Chris Dunn into the paint, and layup is good. There's one starter I'm missing on the starting lineup for the Blazers tonight. Who the heck am I missing? Keldon Johnson to Jakob Poeltl in the paint. Jakob throws it up, and it is no good. Nice dish by KJ, but Jakob cannot convert against Drew of the Eubanks. And we have a quick 3, and that is a total brick by Justice Winslow. It is Spurs ball with 10.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hey, Carlos Jeter, it is 10:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my friend. Hopefully you're having a good night. Jose Portland Spurs. Devin Vassell pull up from the free throw line is no good. Drew Eubanks with the rebound. And Trendon Watford is in the starting lineup. I think he's the one guy missing. I don't know. Maybe I already said his name. Eubanks for 3. What? Drew Eubanks against his former team throws up a 3 and it goes in. Come on, Drew. Why are you going to do us like that? Jakob Poeltl in the paint, and we're going to have a whistle. Drew Eubanks for 3. Come on now. Oh, heck nah. Nope. He hit a 3. Come on, Drew. Oh, whatever. It happens. Spurs ball. Dunn, Ellaby, Winslow, Watford, Eubanks. All right, so Brandon Williams is who I have in the starting lineup. That's not out there. Another miss by San Antonio. So Dunn, Ellaby, Winslow, Watford, and Eubanks is our starting lineup for Portland tonight. We have a drive, a miss, and a putback dunk by Drew Eubanks, who is annihilating his former team right now. He's got 7 points in the first quarter, in the first 2.5 minutes. Pop, timeout. Brandon's World, good evening. Oh, no timeout. Never mind. 9-2, and Drew Eubanks is lighting us up tonight. He might drop 50 on us. And you know what? I probably wouldn't care either, Glazing Bacon. I'd be really happy for him as the Spurs turn the ball over. Portland on the run. Chris Dunn will bring it up for the PTBs, Portland Trail Blazers. In the paint, pull-up jumper is no good by Chris Dunn. That shot was done the minute it left his fingertips. Jakob Pertl over to Demisel. Vasel's wide open for three. He takes the three, and he makes the three. Kohler Jester, he might be angry. He might be. Brother BKL, good evening. Chris Dunn with the ball again by the free throw line, and now we're going to have a whistle and an offensive foul on Drew Eubanks. Well, that's something that he does. Junior Hernandez, he's off to a good start, and I can't get too mad about it. I mean, as a Spurs fan, I want to see them win, but seeing Drew Eubanks succeed somewhere else, I'm not going to root for our former guys. I'll root for my team to beat the team they're on, but I'm not going to root for them to have a bad game. So nice to see him come out and showing his former team, hey, I got something here. Keldon Johnson into the paint, throws up a layup, rolls around the rim, and it's going to go in. 9-7, Blazers up, 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 61. Pull-up jumper by Dunn's no good, looking for a foul, not going to get it. Joshua Primo gets it up to DeJounte Murray. Murray out in three-point land, pick and roll with Jakob Pertl. And Murray will now get into the paint, back out to Keldon. Keldon fakes a three, takes off, gets to Eubanks, or gets it to Jakob Pertl. And Pertl with another thunder dunk of justice. I got Drew on my mind. 9-0. Jakob Pertl with 2 dunks in the first quarter already, which is more than he usually dunks in an entire game. Drive to the rim, and Justice Winslow misses in the paint. Nice defense by Jakob Pertl. Spurs get the ball up the court. Primo in the paint, out to Devin Vassell. Baseline three is good! Spurs on a 10-0 run because the Blazers were up 9-2. This probably will be a high-scoring game, Spurs fans and Blazers fans. The Spurs don't play any defense. I can't speak on behalf of Portland. And Drew Eubanks is going to throw it away. Driving baseline, was trying to thread the needle on a pass and threw it into the stands. Turnover, 7:22 to go. Francisco, what's going on? Go Spurs, go to you. 3 up, 3 down. Spurs ball, Murray. Over to a wide open Keldon Johnson, baseline three. Good! That is a 13-0 run for the San Antonio Spurs. I'm surprised Chauncey Billups has not called a timeout yet. His team is hemorrhaging points right now. Hemorrhaging! Wofford out 3-point land, working on Keldon Johnson, gets the ball swapped away. It winds up in Drew Eubanks' hand, goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Portland with 9 on the shot clock. What a crazy... Portland is without a lot of people, Carlos. I pulled up the roster, my friend. Sincerely, I didn't know who most of the players were, the names I was jotting down. I really didn't. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm like, I don't know who Trenton Watford is, Elijah Hughes, Greg Brown III. This reminds me of the guy playing the violin while Pompeii burned down. As soon as I complimented Drew, it kind of went downhill. Can we get the 50 thumbs up in the first quarter, Spurs fans and Blazers fans? Appreciate you being here. Looks like that. You know the deal. TSR Sports subscribers, what am I going to do when the Spurs season is over? The season ends April, what was it, 10th, 13th, something like that? 10th, I think is the last game. What am I going to do? From April 10th to like when the Giants season starts, the first week of September, what the heck am I going to do? Am I going to live stream it all? Besides the Spurs season wrap up, and then obviously I'll be covering a draft for all my teams. I don't know. Juancho, I don't know where Juancho is. Juancho! Play Joe more. Joe's been up and down, but he's also a rookie, so I mean, yeah, I can't argue with that. Jess, good evening. Thank you for stopping. Veronica! Man, I can roll my R's like nobody's business. Thank you for stopping in. Jose, I'm not a baseball fan when it comes to live streams. I don't like calling baseball. The games, especially being a Yankees fan, the games run 3.5, 4, sometimes 5 hours. And I don't have the Yes Network anymore anyways. I mean, that's going to be a big problem. The channel the Yankees were normally on. But I don't like calling play-by-play for baseball. In case you haven't picked up, I kind of have a personality, and I just don't like it. Now, if the United States Women's National Team has some games in the summer with Kristen Press playing, maybe I'll do a few of those games. WWE, I don't know anybody in the WWE anymore at all, hooligan. I'm just not a fan. I am still a fan of the UFC, and I don't think I would call the Spurs if they're in the playoffs, no doubt. I definitely would call the Spurs. Maybe probably day off, or maybe I'll definitely do the draft. I'll be doing video, I'm sure I'll be doing mock drafts for the Spurs up into the draft, probably quite a few of those. Um, I'd like to get UFC content back in this channel because I love the UFC, but calling it, I'm not the biggest fan of because I'm trying to look at the chat, and a lot of times I've looked at the chat and missed like a flash knockdown or knockout. So since I watch at Hooters with my buddy Jeff, I've talked about maybe just shooting reactions there and then uploading them with the crowd because the crowd is awesome. Hearing the crowd chant and go nuts, you just can't recreate that in your living room. You really can't. So maybe I can bring it back in that way. I do know who Roman Reigns is. Change the future fridges the team with every May basket. I know some of you want us to lose. Drew Eubanks is at the line for two. All right, I didn't see what happened, and they didn't even show the first free throw that went in. So apparently, NBA pass. Something happened while they were in commercial. Good job, NBA pass, as always. Spurs ball, Primo out to Keldon Johnson. Another wide open baseline three is off the rim. Joshua Primo with the rebound. Back to Devin Vassell. Vassell almost throws the ball away. Keldon saves it from going out of bounds. Back to Vassell. Back over to Keldon. Into Jakob Poeltl in the paint. Jakob with a little jumper. It's no good. And it is Blazers ball. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 15-11. The Blazers were up 9-2 at one point. The Spurs did come back. The Spurs got to go all out tonight, too. They don't play again until Saturday at like 5. It's an early Saturday game. 5 o'clock, I think, against the Pelicans. That pull-up three is no good. I think that was Winslow for 3. Keldon Johnson will bring it up for this. DeJounte Murray will bring it up for the Spurs. And turn it over. Wofford on the run. Fast break. Gets the ball stripped away from Keldon Johnson, but they're going to have a late whistle and a foul on KJ. He's happy, man. Sean Elliott. He's good mood. What can I say? 5 to 6 more games. After tonight, we have 9 more games. If we were to win 5 or 6, that would legit give us the shot at the play-in. Eduardo, Lonnie Walker, I believe, is out again. KBD, Keita Bates-Diop. Romeo Langford, I don't know if he's ever going to play again. Obviously, Doug McDermott's out. I couldn't pull his name for a second. He's out pretty much for the season with an ankle injury. I don't think he's coming back. You know who's playing though? Jay Rich. Josh Richardson is in the game, and he had a fantastic game last time we saw him. I think he dropped 20-something. McLemore has checked in for the game. Ben McLemore, I do know who that is. Off the bench with a bucket. And now a steal by Ben McLemore, but he steps out of bounds. It'll go back to the Spurs, 15 on the shot clock. I don't know what's up with KBD. He's had a few good games, but mostly missing in action the last few weeks. I don't know. I really don't know. Trey Jones checking the game for the Spurs. Gets it over to Devin Vassell. Vassell fakes a 3 back to Jones. Jones hit a couple threes on Sunday. Jones drives in the paint, throws a layup high over his former teammate Drew Eubanks, and it's good. Jay Rich has been a pleasant surprise. I did not expect him. I mean, he's been up and down. His minutes have also been very inconsistent. But when he's had playing time, he's given us kind of what Derek White gave us. And that runner is no good. Spurs ball. I mean, Jay Rich, not as good as getting into the paint and creating his own shots like Derek. With Jay Rich for 3. But he's a much better three-point shooter. As Richardson has been shooting over 40% with the Spurs, I believe, since he joined us. They actually just put up a stat, 41% for the year. So Derek White's around 30% for the year. McLemore into the paint and gets rejected by block of Poeltl. Spurs trying to run down the other way. Keldon Johnson. Nope. Thought they're going to throw it to Keldon. Instead, they went to Devin. Devin gets fouled. I think maybe they should throw it to Keldon on that fast break. But either way, Devin gets fouled going to the line for 2. Tree Rollins? Pat Mahomes. Yeah, Kyle, I would agree. Didn't Casey just get another wide receiver, though? Casey just got a guy like a week or 2 ago. They gave up Tyreek Hill. Devin Vassell's first free throw is good. Zach Collins coming in, former Portland Trailblazer, to play against his old team. You take those threes? All right. No Anthony Simons either. Yeah. It's good evening, Ray. I hope we another win too. Juju, thank you, Manny. And I was just saying, Juju's going to do extremely well there, being the number 2 receiver to Tyreek Hill, and not Tyreek Hill's gone. I don't think he'll shine as number 1 receiver. He did fantastic with Antonio Brown in Pittsburgh when Brown left. Had a massive drop off statistically. Another pull up jumper is no good for the Blazers. Who shot that? Is that I don't know who that is. I don't know who it is. Demisel for 3. Spurs up by 12. Did they give him a nice ovation? That's awesome, Greg. Yes, Jax, it was 2-9. And now another miss for Portland as I was looking at the chat. 4 minutes to go. Jay Rich with the ball in three-point lane gets it to Trey Jones. And to Demisel Vassell, a little jumper in the paint's no good. He is fouled. And Demisel having a fantastic first quarter. Brother. Ken, if we can sweep the Portland, I mean, Portland they're missing a ton of players. I mean, Stephen McCollum was traded. Damian Lillard's out. Anthony Simons is out. I mean, all their top guys are out. Lillard in San Antonio? I don't know why I'm moving around like this. Vassell's first free throw was good, and the Spurs have doubled up on the Portland Trailblazers. Good evening, Butterfly, a.k.a. Buddy. I think you're better off with Deshaun Watson in the long run. Sorry, Kyle. No offense. Waddle, yes. Those Miami Dolphins wide receivers, they've got a legit core now. Well, Brandon, the catch-22 that a lot of folks say, can you show the game? The thing is, if I showed the game, then nobody on the planet would need to buy NBA TV. So I get it, but it's also, there's massive legal issue in the United States. Jay Rich with the steal for the Spurs. And now he'll take a 3. That one's in and out burger. And it is Portland ball. Greg Brown III is checked in for Portland. He brought it up, and the ball's going to be now poked out of bounds by Jay Rich, and it'll stay with Portland as Ben McLemore had the ball poked out. It is a late game. I don't like it, but Andy, it's going well. I'll be here for the whole game. I'll be up till 12:20 or so. Joe Weiss, Joe Mama coming in. Demisel, Keldon Johnson checking out. Oh my, Kyle. Oh my. Okay, Ace, that game I can show you. The game. Boop, boop. And I don't know who that is with the bucket. Johnson for Portland. I didn't know they had a Johnson. Johnson, number 6. Who dat? I gotta go look him up. I'm gonna go to the old Googs. A little Google action. Which Johnson is this for the Trailblazers? Keon Johnson. Oh, goodness. That's not going to be confusing. Keon Johnson, and we got a Keldon Johnson out there tonight. Never heard of Keon Johnson. But that's okay. He's in the NBA, so good on him. That's loud. I'm going to mute that. R. Johnson's better. Yes, Kerm, that is a legal game I can show. Keon Johnson, part of the Clippers Blazers trade from Norman Powell. Okay, thank you, Ace. I seriously, I'm struggling with this Portland roster, but we'll make it work. Good evening, Chris Lightsey. Thank you for being a channel member and supporter. And go 76ers to beat the Lakers. Yes, go Philly. Ooh, the great are good. Dropping some facts there. SKM Tricks, they just went to commercial break, but I believe it was less than 3 minutes. I'll let you know when we get back to the game. Well, you can always check out my reaction tomorrow morning if you want to know if the Spurs won. If I'm happy at the end, well, I mean, it'll say FIN. I changed the quarter to FIN, which is finish, finito, finale. A very winnable game for San Antonio tonight. Lex B, go Spurs, go. Same to you. I just saw, why is Kyrie Irving up on my main page for news? Oh, all right. So it looks like Kyrie is going to be able to play, which, is perfect for the Nets coming into the playoffs. Playoffs? Got to win a game first. Good. I'm glad he can play. I mean, from what I understand, I'm not getting into politics or anything, but the opposing team could come in without their thing. So if the other team could play, he should play, and he's going to be able to play. So good. The Lakers and Philly are having a very low scoring game. There's 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first, and it's only 12-9. Okay, well, huge playoff implications coming this Sunday. You got the Lakers versus the Pelicans. Both of that, aren't they like kind of close? What are the standings? Yeah, they're right neck and neck. The Lakers are 31 and 41. The Pelicans are 30 and 42. The Spurs are 28 and 44, so we're 2 games behind the Pelicans. The Blazers are a half game behind us, 27 and 44. So yeah, we definitely want the Lakers to lose. We need the Pelicans to lose some games, and they're without Brandon Ingram, even though they just recently annihilated us. And the Blazers are heading in the wrong direction. They're 2-8 in their last 10. So the Spurs kind of hold their destiny in their hands if they can put some wins together. Oh, they lost with Kyrie. Oh. Huh. Well. Homer Martinez, good evening. Junior, good evening to you. Teams can always come back. The Pelicans are the 10th seed, the Kerm right now. Kerm. Teams can always come back against my Spurs. There is 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I thought there was a little under 3 minutes. My apologies, a little over 3 minutes. So, a little over 3 minutes to go in the first Q. Murray will get it over to Trey Jones. Jones, cross court to Jay Rich. Jay Rich drives baseline. Whips it over to Joe Wieskamp for 3. Joe Mama misses the 3 from the baseline. Mono's at the game. Fat Cat, I do too. I'm going to leave it at that. Kiss shot off the glass. No good. I think that was McLemore. Spurs get it up. Jay Rich wide open for 3. Josh Richardson for 3. Your dog said the Spurs are going to win. Okay. Woof woof to you too, puppy. Blazers ball. McLemore has the ball stripped from Jay Rich, and now Jay Rich off and running into the paint. Layup. Good. Josh Richardson having a heck of a first quarter coming off the bench. He's been looking really good lately. A lot of analysis are saying the Spurs might look to trade him in the offseason. I'll tell you what, no matter what happens, we're either going to have a solid veteran next season if he keeps playing like this, or we're going to get something for him. And now Josh Richardson causes an offensive foul. Yeah, Lance, he's looking really good. I wasn't sure on him when he first came to the Spurs, but he's been looking pretty darn solid as Trendon Watford picked up his second foul. Jay Rich into Zach Collins. Collins getting double teamed into DeJounte Murray. Murray pull-up jumper. Good! Wow, 34-15 with a minute 50 to go. Yes, Sirski, good evening. I don't want to have too many In-N-Out burgers either, man. Aggressive. We're up 34-15. Looking good so far. Nice drive. Bucket and 1 for, I think that was Keon Johnson. Nope, Brandon Williams. My apologies. I don't know these Blazers guys. I'll get it together. Don't worry. 32-6 run. The Spurs were down 9-2 to start this game. What happened to Tim Duncan? He retired. He retired. Brandon Williams at the line for the and 1. 34-17, a minute 39 left. Spurs up. They doubled up the Blazers, 34-17. Well, forget that. It's 34-18. He's looked good, Kohler Jester. He gives us a little more size than Derek White. I don't know how tall Josh Richardson is, but I think he's a little taller than Derek White, a little lengthier. And we need the three-point shooting. Zach Collins in the paint misses the shot. Rolls off the rim. He'll go to the line for 2. I like Derek White. We were looking for him to be a three-point. We were trying to use him in a way he's not. Just like we tried using Bryn Forbes as a starter. He's not. No disrespect. Veronica, if you're still in the chat, we're trying to make Doug McDermott a starter, and I just don't think he's the guy at 4. Trying to fit square pegs in circles. First free throw is good. Who's Davis Mills? It's going well, Junior. Had a good day. More than halfway through the work week. Yeah, doing all right. That second free throw is good. 36-18. Collins scores 2 against his former team. Blazers ball, minute and 22 to go. Brandon Williams gets it over to Greg Brown III, and now they're just playing around the world. Offense will reset with 12 on the shot clock. Finally get into Drew Eubanks. Eubanks jumper in the paint. Good! Drew Eubanks has half of the Portland points, I believe. I think he has 9 or 10 points. I work for the state of Connecticut in the tax division. That's not exciting. Zach Collins just going to launch a 3. No good. That was way short. Macklemore for 3 down the other end is good. Tucker Lonnie, he's out again. Lower back injury. I hope he's not going to be out too long. Murray's just going to take a quick 3. It's good. 7 threes for the Spurs already in the first quarter. Who is this team? Murray just launches, steps up straight away and just launches it, which he's been doing a lot. And now jumper down the other end is good as the teams are now exchanging buckets. 39-25. Murray for 3 again. Good! What the heck? Who are these Spurs? As both teams trying to 2 for 1, there's about 5 seconds between the shot clock and game clock, so the Spurs should get the last shot. This is crazy. Keon Johnson drives into the paint and gets the layup. 42-27. Shot clock is off. Murray will bring it up with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. He's going to take another long 3. Oh my goodness! DeJounte Murray! And a half-court 3 by Portland's no good. This is crazy! This is not the San Antonio Spurs I'm used to, my friends. No, probably Junior. The only thing I'll do exercise if I ever find a 6-pack, I'll put a video up on that, like a short. And if I'm able to get a decent looking dunk off, I'll put up a dunk in TSR Sport Shorts as well. But nothing workout wise. 45 points in the first quarter. I mean, Murray just 3 3-pointers in a row, just launching them straight at the rim for the most part and swishing them. Steph Murray, Chris, this is not what I'm used to as a Spurs fan. You guys aren't used to this, to have the team just explode in the first quarter. Exactly. Brother BKL, I'm shocked. I know this Portland team's missing a lot of players, but still, you still have to put the ball in the basket, and that's something we've struggled with a lot this year. We could go for 130, 140. Velo channel member, thank you for being here and supporting the channel. Appreciate it. No pressure at all, Joshua. But you know what? This is a late game. It'd be nice to have a nice, chill victory tonight. Looney Tunes, good stuff. The game's not on Bailey Sports? Of course it's not. Sorry, Annie. I hear that happens a lot. I'm surprised it's not, though. It's an away game. I don't see why they wouldn't show it. Maybe Sean Elliott's good luck. You good luck over there? By the way, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. It does help the channel. As always, go Spurs go. And if you ain't down with that, I got 2 words for you. Chuck Norris! They are showing it on broadcast TV. It's on the C-Dubs? Really? That's when they stream every... Oh, okay. Are you being serious? Did Pop really install a soft serve ice cream cone machine in the locker room? That doesn't seem very Pop-like. We're all Go Spurs go to you? I mean, I could go for some soft serve ice cream. The Spurs shot 9 of 14 from beyond the arc in the first quarter. They had 11 assists and 16 fast break points. Made up that 45. Wow. Second quarter under the way. And we're going to have a quick drive and layup by Brandon Williams. Excuse me. Jonte Murray, crossover dribble, back out to Jay Rich for 3. Josh Richardson. Oh my goodness, the Spurs are killing it from 3-point land as Josh Richardson hits a 3. If they keep shooting like this, they could go for 150 tonight. I can't imagine they keep that pace up. Everybody's draining it tonight. Keon Johnson with the ball right now, guarded by Joshua Primo. Crosses him up, gets it to the paint, spins around, throws up a layup. No good. Nice moves by Keon Johnson. He didn't finish it, but, you know, did a good job getting to the rim. Murray will get it into Jakob back out to Joe Wieskamp for three. And that's an in-and-out burger. Joe Mama, the only one who can't seem to get his three-shot to drop right now. Urza, good evening to you. 6 for 6, and now a turnover by the Blazers. Murray on the run, gets into the paint, throws up the layup, and it's good. 10.5 minutes and 45 seconds ago, the Spurs have dropped David Robinson's number already. Josh and DJ to do we never thought we needed. You might be right there, Brandon. I mean, we got the 3 guards, a small forward in the center. It's kind of been our deal most of the year, but it is what it is. It's what we got right now until we get a big guy. That pull-up three is no good by Brown the third. Brown the third with no three. Murray gets it out to Jay Rich. Jay Rich thinks about a three. He'll just take a long three. That one's no good with Drew Eubanks in his face. And the Blazers try to go fast break to Drew Eubanks. Instead, McLemore gets it. He takes a three and makes the three, and this is a very little defense in this game. Spurs National, I don't know if we're going to win by that much at the end. Yes, Jerome, that is not a typo. Spurs are up 50-32 at 9:50 to go. Kent Beto, channel member, thank you for stopping in. What up to you? And Jakob Poeltl with another dunk off the dish from DeJounte. Spurs up 52-32. I'm glad I called this game. And we play this team 2 more times. And they're missing a lot of guys, so they're ripe for the picking right now. I hate to kick a team when they're down, but I mean, you got to win again. We've lost to teams like this. The Detroit Pistons G League beat us. This Golden State Warriors G League beat us. That's a miss. Spurs ball, bringing it up the court is DeJounte Murray. Murray crosses over, spins around, trying to get into the post, gets into the paint. Pull-up jumper is good. Christopher Roman with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. He says, well, here's what he says. Go Spurs, go! Waka Flame. I don't know that one, Waka Flame, but thank you for supporting the channel, Christopher. Appreciate it. We have a drive and a nice job by Keon Johnson to get it over Jakob Poeltl with the layup in the paint. 54-34, 8:40 to go. Nope, can't trust the second half, Danny. You're right. Jay Rich out in three-point land. We'll get it into Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl surveys the scene, starts to drive into the paint, spins around, turnaround Jay is no good, gets his own miss. The putback is no good. Come on, Jakob. Portland trying to go fast break to Ben McLemore. He will stop his dribble and gets the ball back for three. McLemore is on fire. 54-37. Waka's a wrapper. Oh, okay. These teams may go for they're going to go for over combined maybe 120 in the first half. Joe Wieskamp out to Jay Rich, back to Murray. Murray rifles it into Jakob Poeltl. We're going to have a foul on the Blazers. Why don't have a 5? Who? Thank you, Christopher. Christopher, you know, the channel will grow in time because of the teams I cover who are not too good right now. The Spurs and Giants, it's going to be tough to grow the channel. But once one of those teams starts winning again, hopefully both teams sooner than later, the channel will also grow with that. It's just the nature of YouTube. Meow, meow, good evening. Meow, meow, I think they're in full tank mode. Plus, a lot of their top guys are hurt. Joshua Primo steps out of bounds, pulls a Lonnie Walker. Sorry, but true. He took the pass and stepped out of bounds on the baseline. We've seen Lonnie do that far too often. Simply Tosh, what's up? Big Sean Beatty's wife is asleep, so I'm watching the game for him. Go Spurs, go to you. That's awesome. I do know who that is, Big Sean. All right. Brandon Williams dishes to Drew Eubanks and turns the ball over, but the ball's going to get knocked out of bounds by the Spurs. It'll go back to Portland, 11 on the shot clock. Joe Bonner, go Spurs, go to you. I did see the Tyreek Hill news. Eric from Baltimore, thank you for stopping in. Blazers fans, appreciate you being here tonight. And, of course, my Spurs Nation, appreciate you always being here. And, you know, it's been a rough year. Now they're blocked by Jakob Poeltl. Told Williams to go home, and then the Spurs turn it over on the fast break. Well, sugar. And we're going to have a jump ball as who's number 21 for Portland? Blevins? My apologies again, Portland fans. You guys are running a lot of guys I'm not familiar with. A lot of guys I'm not familiar with. Portland wins a jump ball. And the jumper in the paint is no good by Wofford. It's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Spurs ball with 7:14 to go in the second Q. Well, go Spurs to you. Vincent from Columbia, thank you for stopping in. A fast break and a huge thunder dunk of justice by Joshua Primo. The Portland defense did not get back in transition. Primo was down there, and pooh, yaka yaka. And now a turnover by Portland. My goodness. I'm sure she did the Raider good. I do not cover March Madness, Sebastian. I don't follow college basketball. I mean, I know who the top players are for the draft, and I'll do more research as we get closer to the draft. I have no desire to call college basketball. I'm sorry. I just 7 minutes ago we have a timeout. I only want to call stuff on this channel that I'm passionate about. And what am I passionate about? The San Antonio Spurs and the New York Giants. I'm passionate about music, which is why there's a TSR music. And those are, the three things. If you ask me what are my main hobbies, the San Antonio Spurs, the New York Giants, music, comic books, Magic the Gathering, video games, working out, cycling, playing basketball. That's probably enough there. Lifting weights. I'll stop. Way too many hobbies. Ozzy, good evening to you. Frankie, I would tend to agree. Jorling Chong, good morning. Your favorite number 5 hit 3 3-pointers in a row to close out the first quarter. Christopher, they traded some players. There's a lot of injuries. But yes, when I pulled up the roster before I started the stream, I really scratched my head. I was like, who are all these guys? I don't recognize any of these guys from the last time I watched them play. 15 points, 6'6". Wow. DJ 50 hasn't missed a shot. That dunk makes me wonder about Becky and what kind of impact she would have had on the Blazers. Interesting, Velo. If I haven't said channel member, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. Paulo Bantaro, is that it? The Spurs letting the Trailblazers get me next season. Jean Ray, thank you for stopping in. Crispin, good evening. Yes, Sean Elliott, former San Antonio Spur. My opinion, but I don't think too many. I think a lot of Spurs fans may agree. The biggest single shot in San Antonio Spurs history, the Memorial Day Miracle. I mean, is there a bigger shot? I did not see Led Zeppelin live. Vamos, Espuelos, vamos. Is this like a Grand Theft Auto commercial? What's going on here? Grand Theft Auto Online, it was. All right. All worrying about how come you're a Spurs fan and not the Knicks or Nets since you like the Giants and Yankees? So, Andy, I grew up in Western Massachusetts, and I grew up in a New York Yankee, very heavy New York Yankees household. Mom and uncle were New York Yankees fans. My mom became close friends with somebody that her mom had known, and he became like a father to me, and he was a New York Giants fan. So, obviously, Giants and Yankees, Western Mass, that's where that came about. But nobody had a basketball team. And in 1990-ish, late 90, I started getting into the NBA and started buying basketball cards and doing some research. And because I hated the Red Sox, I just didn't want to follow any Boston team. So the Celtics were out. And I discovered this guy right here in that time frame. And David Robinson quickly became my favorite player. Then immediately became a Spurs fan. And the rest is history. Is we have a fast break after the Spurs missed by Trent and Watford. It is 56-39. Is that an and one? And one! So there you go. David Robinson made me a Spurs fan over 30 years ago. And I know we have oil and water on this channel. They don't mix. Having like the Entertainer Talking Sports, somebody that inspired me to do a sports channel. He covers only New York teams, the New York Giants, the New York Mets, and the New York Knicks. Sort of Knicks. I don't know. Seems like he's checked down on them. Don't blame him. It's all New York. It's on all the New York market. You look at me, and I've got New York and San Antonio, which are polar opposites. Kelvin Johnson turns the ball over in the paint. Spurs getting very loose with the ball lately, and Portland coming right back. quick three-pointer down the other end is good by Hughes, Elijah Hughes. And it's not only a 13-point lead. Timeout Popovich, he can't be happy right now. Yeah, Spurs playing some Leonard-inspired basketball the last few minutes. Anyway, I guess the good thing about covering the Spurs is there are a lot of you that are Dallas Cowboys fans as we go into the timeout. So, I'm planning to do a little friendly trash talking this fall, especially when the Giants and Cowboys play twice. So I think that could be something fun on the channel that maybe other channels might not get if they're New York Giants channels only. Let's go Portland. Who do I think the Spurs would draft? Michael, I plan on doing some NBA mock drafts. If everything aligned, if the stars aligned right now, we picked eighth. I feel like Keegan Murray may be there, and he would likely be the best. It would be the best thing to do is grab a big. He's not a huge power forward. I think he's only 6'8", but he would be a legit four, which we don't have right now. That being said, I could see this. I've seen some rumors about the Spurs maybe drafting a guard, which I'm hoping those are just not true because I don't want another guard. We're getting killed on rebounds consistently. Spurs team just ain't good enough and needs the highest pick if possible, and that's the facts. As eighth, the Celtics are like 13-3. Since the Derek White trade, they've been playing well, Kirk. He's not been playing particularly well. He's really struggling from beyond the arc. I checked on Derek White yesterday. He was only shooting like 21% from beyond the arc, and he's still taking a decent volume of threes in Boston, about 4.5 a game. So that's really bad, 21%. Every time the Raptors play, I root for them. You should be. No, we don't need another guard. Lottery. So I actually have that written down in my schedule. The lottery results are May 17th. You know I'm going to be live for that. And I'll go absolutely ape you know what if the Spurs land in the top three. The actual NBA draft is not until June 23rd. So yeah, after the Spurs season ends April 10th, I only have 4 live streams planned after that until the NFL. The Spurs final report card, the NFL draft, NBA lottery, and the NBA draft. But I'll probably come up with stuff here and there at some point. I don't want to go like a whole month without streaming. That would be weird. But yeah, we're getting close to 100 thumbs up though, my friends. If we could get to 100 before halftime, that'd be cool. David Hernandez, my resident double doink friend. How are you doing? They do believe in Primo Alex. I don't know if he's there yet. Damien trolls me all the time, and I enjoy it. I tell you, as a Giants fan, he trolls Daniel Jones, possibly signing Mitch Trubisky, trolls me with Tyrod Taylor. But you know what? Cody Parkey. That's all I got, man. That's all I need. 56-43, 6:11 to go in the second quarter. Now a foul on Portland, I guess. Derek is still, yes, Manny, they're winning with him. That's the crazy thing. They're winning, and that it's only about winning. But I think I'll probably do a video revisiting that trade at some point and talk about if it was the right move or not for the Celtics, for the Spurs. Probably still too early with this much of the season left. Spurs ball. 7 on the shot clock. Trey Jones over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson for 3. Good! This is one of the best three-point shooting nights the Spurs have had this year. 59-43. Machine 78, thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Keldon is got 8 points. He's 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Now, runner down the other end is good. Who shot that? That was Elijah Hughes again. Quick down the other end, and then Keldon Johnson gets to the paint and finishes with a layup of his own. He's got 10. And Spurs got, I think, quite a few guys in double digits, which they should. They have 61 already. 16-point game, 5.5 minutes to go. It is Blazers ball. Spurs with 18 fast break points. The Blazers only with 9. And that turnaround jumper is no good. Offensive board for Wofford. And now Jakob Pertl with another block as he rejects C.J. Ellaby. Spurs running down the other end. Devin Vassell's going to launch a 3. In and out and in. I was getting ready to say in and out burger. Not to be. He ate that burger, if you will. Trying to Wofford with the ball again. Gets it out to C.J. Ellaby. Ellaby, love the hair, by the way. Turns the ball over. Spurs on the run again. Devin Vassell Cross court. Keldon Johnson, baseline three. Swish! 22-point lead. DJ's legs didn't cost us a playoff game, my man. Ding, ding, did. But the DJ fall one's, that's pretty good. That's a close second. I'll give you that. Is the Spurs dynasty destroyer? Yes, he is. He hasn't played all year. I don't know. Is he going to be ready for the playoffs? Number 2? Spurs might drop 75. There's 440-ish to go in the first half. The Spurs have a legit shot of dropping more than 75 points. There you go, Manny. Target, what's up? Go Spurs, go from the Philippines. 4:40 exactly to go. My apologies. And we have a timeout in the second quarter. What happened? I got off for 10 seconds and we scored. Yep, the Pug, it's been that kind of night. A game of really quick and long runs. We were just down, or I'm sorry, we were just up by only 13 as the Blazers were coming back, and now poof, back to a 22-point lead. Damian Lillard's out, Jorling Chong. He's on the thumbnail because he's the most recognizable Portland Trailblazer. He's out. Is he out for the year? What is going on with Damian Lillard? Any Blazers fans know? Is he out for the year? I haven't been following. I know he's been out. I didn't know if he was out for the year or not, though. Frankie, I have no idea who the scoring leaders are. I'll go over the halftime stats when we get to halftime. This is a weird game tonight. And yes, we do have 2 more games against Portland. April 1st and April 3rd, I believe. Meow, meow. He's out for the year. That sucks. I'd rather he was playing tonight. I know him being out helps my team's chances of winning, but I'd rather see the best players for both teams. I've always been that way. Don't want any excuses, and I want to see the best players the NBA has, and Dame is a fun player to watch. Eubanks in the paint. Misses the shot. Follow-up is no good. And it is Spurs ball looking to extend this huge lead. Hey, smoke him if you got him. It's 4:20 left in the second quarter. Josh Richardson thinks about a 3. Pulls it down. Gets it to Zach Collins, who's checking the game. Rich now in the paint with the alley-oop to Zach Collins. It gets broken up. Brandon Williams caught the ball, was trying to save it from going out of bounds, and literally just fell over. It fell out of bounds. And the players are having a laugh at it, too. DJ with 15. It was an abdomen injury. And he had surgery, too? That sucks. Jorling, yeah. Well, CJ's not even on the team anymore. He got traded to the Pelicans, if you didn't know that. CJ McCollum is not a Portland Trailblazer anymore. Jonathan Murray pick and roll with Zach Collins. Gets it back to Collins. Collins in the paint. A little jumper off the glass is good. Drew Eubanks flopped. And the refs did not give him the call. Spurs just 69 the Portland Trailblazers. Pull up 3 down the other end is no good. I think that was Chris Dunn that launched a 3. I didn't get a chance to see who shot it. It came up so fast. And now a foul on Portland with 3:42 to go. Devin with 16. Wow. We have quite a few guys that could possibly go for 30 tonight. Dame was supposed to be out like 6 weeks after abdominal surgery in mid-January. Yeah. That's one of those situations where it's like, we're not tanking, but we're not bringing our best player back because of the injury. Keldon Johnson for 3, no good. Drew Eubanks with the rebound, and it is Portland ball down by 24 with 3.5 minutes to go. The pull-up jumper is no good by Chris Dunn. Eubanks with the offensive rebound. The putback is good. Drew Eubanks having a very solid first half against his former team. Spurs tried to go fast break real quick down the other end. Didn't work. They'll reset the offense. Zach Collins into Josh Richardson. Josh Richardson with the reverse! Thunder dunk of justice in the paint! My first reverse thunder dunk of justice! Jay Rich with some hops. He's got 13 in the first half. All right, Josh Richardson really playing well off the bench. Drew Eubanks takes another 3. Nope. Done with the offensive board. Follow-up 3 is no good by CJ Ellaby, and it is Spurs ball after back-to-back misses by Portland. Murray out to Josh Richardson. Richardson's going to get it back into Zach Collins. Collins surveying the area. We'll get it back to Jay Rich. Jay Rich, pull-up jumper. Good! Josh Richardson, man. Damian Fax. Ball's knocked into a backcourt and a hustle. Sprint. Keldon Johnson sprints after the ball and gets to it. Get to Demasel. Vassell gets stripped. Oh, nice hustle by Keldon. And Drew Eubanks with a reverse dunk of justice. Absolute great hustle by Keldon to get down the other end, but the Spurs blew the fast break as the loose ball was going way into the backcourt. Murray with the ball, sprints into the paint, slices and dices the Portland defense, gets fouled, going to the line for one. Yes, Drew Eubanks signed by Portland, Frankie. I'm happy for him too, Alex. I really am. He's revitalized his career in Portland. Was the opposite dunk of the Thunder dunk of disorder? I don't know. I like Richardson more than Lonnie. That's okay, Silent Hooper. There's nothing wrong with liking one player more than the other. I mean, we all have our favorite players. I like David Robinson more than Tim Duncan. Doesn't make Robinson a better player. Most fans would say he wasn't, but he's still my fave. Lonnie's might be done for. Is he done for the year, Joshua? Is that official? Murray at the line for two, and he made them both. Bada bing, bada boom. 75. Spurs got to 75, and we have a minute 45 to go. I did see that, Rick. I saw it on the Spurs Facebook page. They posted it. You got to, yeah. Gosh, it is a blowout. We're up 26. I didn't realize that. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Portland. 10 on the shot clock. Joshua, a lot of Spurs fans would agree. Wouldn't say that. Inbound pass to Ben McLemore. He misses the shot. Foul. Going to the line for two. We're not going to get to 100. That's for sure. I like Lonnie. He's a tough one. His contract is up. He's been terrific the last few weeks, but up until then, he had been really having a rough year. And some Spurs fans are like, we should have signed him earlier, but he was playing really poorly. He really started playing better after the Derek White trade. His minutes didn't go up that much. People will think that his minutes skyrocketed. He only started playing a few minutes more a game, but his shot attempts went up, I think, like 4 attempts per game. And he's been more aggressive with Derek White gone. So, what's your thoughts on Masvidal chasing after coming out of Russia? I did not hear that, Damian. Both free throws good. 75-51, a minute 33 to go. Hey, Naked HD's in here because Naked HD. My favorite, Naked HD. I probably shouldn't say that. Somebody will clip that. Josh Richardson with the ball right now. Into the paint. Out to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to start to drive. The runner high off the glass is no good. Zach Collins with the rebound out to Jay Rich. Jay Rich for three. No good. Oh, okay, Meow Meow. And now a steal by Devin Vassell, running the fast break, sprinting up the court into the paint. And tries a very poor alley-oop to Keldon Johnson. The Spurs save the ball. Back to Keldon in the paint, and he gets the jumper and one. Keldon looked like he got some sort of disease on his arm. See, he had that suction cups thing the players get, and it looks terrible. Is Lonnie restricted? I think Lonnie is restricted, Joshua. I don't know what to do with him. He was doing so well. Now the injury has sent him back. I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. If he's a Spur next year, great. If he's not, I'll wish him the best wherever he goes. In the end, I got to trust in the team to do what's best for the team. Pat Foe, pop in the front office. Drive and a very nice job getting to the hoop and finishing by Chris Dunn as he gets the layup in the paint. 38 seconds to go. Spurs ball looking to crack 80 points in the first half. Murray gets into the paint, throws it up in and one. And we're going to get a technical. I just saw the ball be thrown off the basketball stand. Somebody just threw the ball. That's going to be a team. Portland is frustrated. I don't know who just got teed up. Yeah, you can't do that in the NBA. You can't throw the ball in anger. Elijah Hughes gets teed up. Yeah, Lonnie's out with a back injury. Murray hits the free throw. It's 81-53. This is not a typo. Yeah, 80 points in the first half. Is it Asa Cortez? 80 points in the first half. That free throw is Murray cannot convert the three-point play. There's about a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 23 seconds left in the first half. Brandon Williams standing on the Blazers logo, and the Blazers got to be totally like just beat down right now. I mean, they haven't had a bad first half offensively. 53 points is certainly fine. Williams runner into the paint's no good. Spurs on the run back the other way. Nice bounce pass by Keldon Johnson, and Devin Vassell cannot hold on to it. It's going to go out of bounds. Turnover Spurs. Just bounced off his hand. It was actually a really good pass. I don't think he was ready for it. And the final shot of the half by Chris Dunn's no good. And the Blazers go down 81 to 53. That 81 is more points than the old David Robinson and Tim Duncan Twin Towers teams would score an entire game. I remember a lot of games they won like 78 to 75. Masvidal saw him at a restaurant last night and beat him up and chased him. Wow. I gotta look that up, Damian. Jorge Masvidal, so he assaulted Colby Covington. That's basically what you're saying. That's not legal. Why would he do that? Because he lost the fight? UFC star Jorge Masvidal facing felony charge. Surrenders to Miami Beach Police Department. Wow. You dum-dum. Jorge Masvidal, a globally popular UFC fighter, surrendered to Miami Beach Police Wednesday night on a felony battery charge. Video showed Covington, he broke his tooth. Colby Covington is leaving a restaurant when he's ambushed. According to Miami police report, the victim was punched with a closed fist twice in the face, fracturing a tooth. Dang, he assaulted Colby Covington when he... That stupid head. My name is Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Wow. Sore loser is right. I mean, I get losing and not liking the other guy, but jumping him after he's leaving a restaurant? Yeah, right, Jorleen? All right, let's pull up the halftime stats. The Spurs outscored Portland 45-27 in the first, 36-26 in the second. Portland Trailblazers, look at their stats first. Justice Winslow with 0. Trendon Watford with 3. Former San Antonio Spur Drew Eubanks with 13 points and 5 rebounds and 3 turnovers in the first half. CJ Ellaby with 0. And Chris Dunn with 6. So the Blazers have 2 players in the starting lineup with 0. That's not going to win you a lot of games. Off the bench, though, their bench has been, well, up and down. Brandon Williams with 7. Ben McLemore with 13 to lead the Portland Trailblazers. Greg Bound the third with 0. Keon Johnson with 6. Keldon Blevins with 0. I didn't even know he played. Oh, yeah, I did. I put his number down. And Elijah Hughes with 5. 11-man rotation? That seems kind of 3, 6. Yeah, 11-man rotation tonight for Portland. Huh. Edgar, go Spurs, go to you. The only difference for the Admirals account is the media trashed him for it despite treating. Yeah, David got beat up. He was called he. I don't realize he had a carousel of head coaches, a carousel of teammates around him. He didn't have a great supporting cast. It is what it is, though. Still my fave. For the San Antonio Spurs, Devin Vassell with 16 points. Keldon Johnson also with 16. Jakob Poeltl with 6. Joshua Primo with 2 points. And DeJounte Murray with 25 and 7. 25, 7. So he could go for another triple-double. He's 7 of 7 from the field, including 3 of 3 from the arc. Actually, the Spurs starting lineup from the arc is 10 of 13. Devin Vassell is also 4 and 4. Off the bench, Josh Richardson with 15 points. He's 6 of 9 from the floor. Trey Jones with 2, 4, and 5. Weird line. Zach Collins with 4, and Joe Wieskamp with a donut. He's the only Spur that hasn't scored tonight. The Spurs have put up 81 points And somehow in 7 minutes and 39 seconds, Joe Mama couldn't find one bucket to go in. Let's take a look around the NBA while we're in this scoreboard here. Frankie, go Spurs, go. Playmaker Guido, what's up? Garbage time Drew is the highest score for the Blazers. Nate Nan, channel member, thank you for stopping in. Rexel, thank you for stopping in from the Philippines. Jay Jimnivich. Wow, throwing some shade at Derek White. We drafted another Lucas Samanic. I'll break something. David Rounds have played in a major market would have boosted his legacy. Maybe. All right, let's look at the scoreboard, NBA fans. Knicks beat the Hornets 121 to 106. The Pistons beat the Hawks 122 to 101. Ouch. The 20 and 53 Pistons. The Kings beat the Pacers 110 to 109. Good game. Celtics blew out the Jazz 125 to 97. How did Derek White do tonight? We're talking about Derek White. I pull up the old box score, see how White did for the Celtics. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Derek White, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, was 4 of 10 from the field. He did go 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, which for him is really good because he'd been struggling from beyond the arc. The Warriors beat the Heat 118 to 104. The Thunder beat the Magic 118-102. The Suns beat the Timberwolves 125 to 116. Grizzlies beat the Nets 132 to 120. Mavericks beat the Rockets 110-109. The 76ers are beating the Lakers 61 to 52. And of course, our game 81 to 53. Spurs have really given it to the Blazers tonight. Not used to this. But you know what? If I'm going to stay up late, my team better win. And so far, they're winning. Spurs, a couple games behind the Lakers. 2.5, 3. Celtics are 15 and 3 with White. The Celtics pick has gone from like 17 to 20. Yeah. Meow meow, that pick is dropping fast. Steve Kerr, if he stays around long enough, WC, he's going to have to play for a long time. So far, this game's best moment was the last minute of the first quarter. DeJounte went nuts, man. Bobby, he was in the zone, completely in the zone. I know you like D.Y. Jorling Chong. You know, just maybe didn't fit what we were trying to do. Wishing the best. Funny thing about David Robinson, the legendary Red Auerbach wanted the Spurs to trade the draft rights to the Celtics so as he wanted to continue that Celtics legacy post Bird and McCallum Parrish. We were 2 games behind the Pelicans and 3 games behind the Lakers. Gotcha. Jay Rich has been a pleasant surprise. I can't say anything about Josh Richardson. By the way, it didn't get here yet, but I have something coming in the mail that will make its channel debut Saturday. It should be here by now. Let me actually pull up eBay and see if I can get an update. I bought something for the channel. Not going to say what. EDH rec. No, I want to go to eBay. Let me check my little tracking status thingy on old eBay. Is it? Found. Oh, it might be here tomorrow. It's in Springfield, Massachusetts right now, which is 30 minutes north of me. My package will be here tomorrow. All right, but I'm not streaming tomorrow because I got nothing to stream, and I'm not streaming Friday because there's no game for my teams. DJ's doing great. Tobisky 1010 channel member, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. No hints. Gonna be a complete surprise. I think I'd like to think both teams won the DUI trade. I'm gonna do a review of it WC after the season on who won. Rich bought it. Whoa. I did. I bought a life-size blow-up Cody Parkey because I've been crashing into things with my car outside, so I'm going to use that as a bumper. And whenever time I hit it, it's pre-programmed to go doink doink. So it's a blow-up thing, but it's a safety apparatus. It'll be very good. Celtics trade was great for us, just trying to be fair to the Celtics. They've been Garby the best. Yeah, they've been good since the trade. Frankie, I agree with that. Let me put one up. Go Spurs, go! It just got really silent on my TV. They're showing highlights of the first half. I mean, this should be a locked-in win, but man, I don't know. Anything's possible in the second half. Sport Entertainment Guy. I just realized that's on your name there, Brother B. You have a long channel. You think this game could slow up and be under numbers just way too high? Um, I can't imagine the Spurs keeping this pace. Damn, it's all friendly trolling. This is what I'm hoping to have on this channel come fall time. As a New York Giants fan, I know a lot of San Antonio Spurs fans are Dallas Cowboys fans. And, I'd like to engage in some friendly trash talk. I definitely did a little trash talk when Amari Cooper got traded. I understand it was for cap issues, but I think he was worth more than a fifth and a sixth. If you told me Amari Cooper got traded, I probably would say, would the other team get a second and fourth? Or did they get a second for him? Or a third and a fifth? I can't imagine they couldn't find a better suitor for that, and I really think they lost the trade. The Blazers tank commander you tanks. Oh man, Drew you tanks. Kaycock. I saw he got reassigned to the G League. I I think the Spurs are gonna be done with him after this season. There's got to be something they're seeing that maybe I can't see because when I watch games, I'm following the ball and that's it because I'm doing play by play. I'm talking to you guys in the chat. And I got to think the Spurs organization, they're seeing something that maybe I'm not or the casual fans not because he's been killing in the G League, but they must be seeing something in his NBA performances that's saying he's not a fit for this team because he's gotten very limited opportunities this year. Man, AFC West, FOD did win. Man, that AFC West is stacked. Easily the best division in the NFL when it comes to quarterbacking. You've got Pat Mahomes, Russell Westbrook, the Chargers dude, Josh Herbert, and Derek Carr. Derek Carr is considered probably the worst quarterback in the division now, and he's not that bad. Crazy. Dallas is a designated NFL foil team that is the most popular when they tank in the big game. They do. Yeah, we can't keep this pace going. Gilliam Mello Spurs should have 3 first-round picks. That could change if the Raptors don't make the playoffs. It's your boy Rico possible. Yeah, Benedict, I think Devontae Kaycock's gone. You can just get a feel for players if the team's not playing them or keeps re-signing them to the G League. There's a reason, especially a team that needs size. Devontae I think is only 6'7", but he's a thick dude, and there's a reason the Lakers gave up on him. Of course, they could probably use him right now. They need some youth on that team. But there's a reason the Lakers gave up after him after 2 years, and there's a reason the Spurs haven't been playing him. He's been in the G League all year. What that reason is, I don't know, but obviously something's not, connecting on the NBA court. Every time I come back, we go on some huge run, 81-53. Jax, you must be good luck when you leave for a little bit. Orphanage, what's going on, Orphanage Village? As a Jets fan, I was extremely depressed for yeah, I heard you guys might get Tyreek Hill. I didn't know you were making a play on him too. The Dolphins gave up a ton, and Orphanage Builder, much like myself as a New York Giants fan, the Giants and Jets are rebuilding. And while I would love Tyreek Hill on the Giants, to give up all that draft capital we desperately need wouldn't be worth it. I think we trade. KBD's contract is not guaranteed next season. I think we can just cut him. No idea on Josh Richardson. To be honest, WC, it could go either way. It seems 50-50 right now. They could keep him around to have a veteran 3D type player, or because he's closer to 30, maybe they don't see him in the rebuild and they trade him for something. Lonnie, depends on the back injury. If this back injury keeps him out for the rest of the year and looks like it's something that's going to be a problem moving forward in his career, then I would say no. I hope it's not. I don't think it's anything serious. It's tough because he's been the kind of the what if guy for the last few years. Like, what if? When is he going to play to the level we think he can? And he's looked really good since the Derek White trade. He's looked good in the last month. Problem is, before that, he had been playing fairly poorly the whole year. He was shooting about 40% from the field, 30% from beyond the arc, was passing up shots at times, looked hesitant. And since the White trade, he's been aggressive. He's been scoring much more. I don't know what they're going to do with Lonnie. I think it's going to depend on who they draft. If they do draft a guard, which could happen, and I won't freak out if they end up drafting 3 players. And the first one's a power forward, and the second one's Nikola Jokic light, Nikola Jovic, I think. Say they draft Keegan Murray, Nikola Jovic, and then the third pick, if they actually do draft somebody, they take a guard. I wouldn't be upset at that point. Be like, all right, you know, if you don't think Lonnie's, don't plan on re-signing Lonnie, then we're gonna still need a guard to replace him. I have no idea. Yeah, 81 at the half. Possible to Joshua. Jonathan, I will never root for tanking by any of my teams. I don't have it in me. I don't. I can't sit here and root for my team to lose. It's just I'm not bred that way. I know the team could use a better draft pick. I get that, but it's not in my DNA to watch my team and hope they lose. I can't do it. Jalen Duran, there's some worries with Jalen. Is it Jalen Duran? I see a lot of concerns with him. I don't know what the concern is. I've seen some good things about him, and I see a lot of people concerned about him being drafted. I don't know. Brandon Williams for 3 to start off the third quarter, no good. Spurs ball. See if the Spurs can keep it going and have a decent third quarter and get this lead up to. Actually, I want Portland to score too. I don't want this to be an absolute blowout. There, Murray pull up in the paint. Good. DeJounte Murray having a heck of a night. He hasn't missed from the floor yet. He's a physical big. Top 4 pick, brother. D'Lo. I hope we have a top 4. Oh, I'll go absolutely crazy when the lottery results come out if the Spurs have a top 4 pick. Then the franchise. Then I think we're a playoff team next year because we're this close as it is. We're this close, and if we can get a legit starter at the 4 spot or even the 5 spot, if we were able to get Paulo Banchero, Jabari Smith Jr., any of those guys, that Joshua Primo from 3 from the baseline. JP Josh Optimus Primo. Autobots transform and roll for it. Blazers ball down by 30. Geez, 31. Pull up 3 down the other ends. An in and out burger for Brandon Williams. 10.5 minutes to go. Possibly Jonathan. I've heard good things. I mean, we like drafting foreign players. Keldon for 3, no good. He gets fouled. Never foul the 3-point shooter. Yes, Murray's on the floor, Caleb. He just scored. If we get the 4th pick, do you trade it to Portland for 8? No. No, what I would do, meow meow, let's say we get the 4th pick based on the lottery ball, right? Because that could happen, right? Keldon at the line for 3. First one's good. And then our other picks are like 19 and 24. I don't know, just throwing some numbers out. I would trade the 19, 24, and even a second rounder to try to get another lottery pick. Biggest lead of the game. I tear up every time Primo gets us. Do you? Who? Josh Primo? Who? Keldon made all 3. 34-point lead. Get some thumbs up. Can we get to 150 thumbs up? I have no idea how many thumbs up we have. But if we're not at 150, I'd love to get 150. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It'll say Portland. Thank you, the insane one. I wonder if it would work better with the cup. I got Masago, by the way. Primo, I mean, the jury's out, WC. Some people, Spurs fans are saying he's a bust and cut him. He's a rookie. It's way too early to make a decision on a teenager in his first year in the NBA. Kenneth, you mean physically? Block up. I think block up is kind of another block up. It is. Oh, I hate this camera angle. Oh my gosh, I hate this camera angle. It's an above, over the head, over the top. Block up with another block up. We're gonna have a long shot clock yep. Brandon Williams for a long 3 shot clock violation. Frankie, it is a late game. So yeah, let me try. Autobots transform and roll for it. I don't know. Like the Darth Vader word. If you'll leave me the power of the dark side. Murray baseline jumper. First miss of the night. Poked out by Jakob Poeltl. That's an offensive board for the Spurs. Devin Vassell with the ball. One-on-one with his former teammate Drew Eubanks. Starts to drive. Out to Keldon Johnson. Johnson drives to the paint. Throws up a difficult layup, but is no good. But popped back in. Popped. By Jakob Poeltl. 91-55. Spurs trying to push this lead to 40. 40! Eubanks runner in the paint. Good. Primo has a lot of potential. I would agree. With you being a Spurs and Giants fan, are you in? I'm in Connecticut. I'm in neither Miracle Night Studios. I'm in the old CT. Grew up in Massachusetts, lived in Virginia for a decade, and have been in Connecticut the last 4 years. Thank you, Alex. Being a singer helps with the lower voice. Although when I sing, it's usually much, much lower and much more Cookie Monster. Jakob Poeltl to DeJounte Murray in the paint. Out to Devin Vassell. Thinks about a three, pulls it down. Whips it into Poeltl into the paint. Poeltl with a little jumper, good. 93-57, 8:50 to go. No, I'm not a UConn fan. Not at all. Maybe I'll go to a UConn game eventually. I'm not big into college sports. I don't know. Williams for three, no good. Man, Brandon Williams missed like 3 threes this quarter. Keldon over to DeJounte. Pick and roll with DeJounte. Murray's going to take a corner three. No good. That's his first missed three of the game. And it'll go out of bounds. Portland ball. We're definitely going to have some new faces on the Spurs next year. I think it's a very exciting time for me on this channel, my friends. I got the Spurs with multiple first-round picks, at least 2 first-round picks, possibly 3. I got the New York Giants with 2 top 10 picks, number 5 and 7 in this upcoming NFL draft, which is crazy. We got the Bears 7th round pick, and then our own 5th round pick. Good evening, Richard. Go Spurs, go to you. Exactly, meow meow. A lot of people are saying trade DeJounte Murray for Ben Simmons or DJ's not the guy. And look at the jump he finally made. And this is year number 6 for DeJounte. His 5th playing year, but this is his 6th year in the NBA because you got to count that year he missed with the torn ACL. So he's had some time to develop. And it took him some time to get there. Joshua Primo's not going to get there overnight. Hopefully he's there by year 3. McLemore pull-up jumper, swish, kill the fish. The singularity of the Spurs offense has been on fire tonight. Exactly, Jax. And a legit 4. I like Doug McDermott. He's not a legit 4. Devin Vassell for 3, no good. The Spurs 3-point shooting has gone. Blazers try to go fast break. And the ball's knocked out of bounds by DeJounte Murray. Brandon, I don't know what's up. KVD's been out with a back. I don't know. Sarbass go, Spurs go. We really are one player away from being a playoff team again. I truly believe that. Whether it's a brand new 4 or a 5. And another foul. Elijah Hughes drives to... No, not Elijah Hughes. Sorry. CJ Elavine drives to the hoop. I'm so messed up with this Blazers team with all these guys I don't know. Anyway. Time left. There's a lot of time left, Jeremy. I'll get the time for you in just a moment as I'm waiting for the replay to end. There is 7:54 left in the 3rd quarter, so a ton of time. CJ's first free throw is good, 93-60. How about our tanks? How about our helicopter? 93-60. Drew Eubanks playing against his former team. Probably not too happy with the score right now. The Pelicans crushed us last time, didn't they not? Wasn't that the embarrassment last week? That was against the Pelicans, wasn't it? Yeah. Better not do that again. Devin Vassell, 3-point land. Pick and roll with Jakob Poeltl. Out to DeJounte Murray. Murray over to Primo. Primo's going to drive into the paint. Pull-up jumper is in and out. Burger. Portland ball. You're welcome. Wow. Trent Wofford with a very difficult layup in the paint gets fouled and one. the Spurs have blown way too many games this year to be, feeling. I mean, we've only scored 12 points this quarter. Probably do need to beat the Pelicans, is right. Man, I could go for an ice cream right now. You're making me hungry. I can't eat this late. It's very unhealthy. We have the Pelicans two more times. We have the Blazers two more times. The Pelicans don't have Brandon Ingram. I don't understand why we get smoked the other game. Primo whips it out to Murray for three. Nope, pulls it down and throws it out of bounds. Wow. It's under 30, 29-point lead for the Spurs, 93-64. They were up by 35-ish. Blazers slowly coming back, and now a turnover. Jakob Poeltl with the steal. DeJounte Murray brings it up for San Antonio, out three-point land. Crosses over, gets into the paint. Bit of a Euro step, misses the shot. Ball's going to be knocked out of play, and it will stay with the Spurs. They'll have 14 on the shot clock. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, betting under probably not good on this game. What was the over under? 210, 220 as we have a timeout. Spurs up by 29 with 6:53 to go. Spurs a little sluggish this quarter as the Blazers trying to slowly chip away the lead and try to make a game of this. Yes, Kenneth, they can. They could make the play-in. They have to lose immediately, I think, in the play-in, and then I think they still would be a lottery team. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the chat, but I think that's how it works out. It's very the whole play. I'm surprised the play-in is stuck around. I thought that was going to be just for the bubble, but it looks like the play-in, I guess, is here to stay for like forever. I have no idea. Hey, don't be hating on the play-in. We're getting close to 150 thumbs up. Not that close. Still only 125. We are 25 thumbs up away. But maybe, well, people might not be coming in because it's a blowout, too. Let's be honest. When the Spurs are getting blown out, people probably aren't going to come in. And when the Spurs are doing the blowout, probably not going to come in either. The 9 and 10 seeds need to win twice to make the playoffs. Facts. See, that's what I would be at. I would be up for that, Ken. It's knocking out the Lakers and then being knocked out of the play-in. No, Mike, you can't trust the lead. Unfortunately, you can't. I hate to say it. We've seen too many comebacks this year in the NBA where teams have come back from like 20, 25. No, we can't trust the lead. 7 plays 8 for the 7th seed. Then loser faces winner of 9 and 10 for. Oh. Huh. Greetings, Gooseby. Thank you for stopping in. So confusing with the plan. I don't know if I like it. I'm very traditionalist. I don't like the NFL extending their schedule. I prefer 16 games. I don't like this whole 17 game nonsense. GSG to you. Lonnie's out with a back injury, Sean. He hurt his back. I forgot which game it was. He's been out for a few games now. Kind of sucks because he's been playing his best basketball of his career for the few weeks before that back injury. And now he's just been out, and Josh Richardson's been playing extremely well in his absence. Should have traded Eubanks for Lillard. I don't think Portland would have been on that one. I think they would have said, no. No, sir. We need to win a lot, Olga. Possible. Gooseby, I'll do a video on that after the season. It's still too early. I mean, I'll talk about it after the season when we have a final picture of all the players play for the respective teams. Damian Lillard's wearing a Yankees hat. Dame is a Yankees fan? Shut the front door. You can lose the plan in your ultra flyer based on record. Exactly. Well, there's a lot of long breaks. Spurs don't play the next 2 nights, and they play Saturday at 5 p.m. That's gonna be a weird game to call. I don't know if people are gonna want to be interested in a stream at 5 p.m. on a Saturday. Will you? That's an odd time. I mean, I might watch it. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know. Trent Wofford with the bucket. Oops. Not on my scoreboard. If he gets into the paint. Portland's still just slowly knocking this lead away. Demasel into the paint. Pull up jumper, no good. Gets his own miss. Putback's no good. Jakob Poeltl with them at putback. Second chance and third chance opportunity for the Spurs. I did not see Urkic's PJ, what's up? Go Blazers. Thank you for stopping in. Is Drew Eubanks with a pull-up jumper. No good. Demisel with the rebound. 95-66. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Spurs get up to Keldon Johnson into the paint. Throws it up. No good. Fouled going in the line for two. What channel is the game on? Oh, Dio. I have no idea. Or D-Lo, sorry. Dio. Well, like a rainbow in the dark. When there's lightning, you know it always brings me down. All right, anyway. Keldon Johnson, first free throw, good. C-dubs. Sorry, D-Lo. C-dubs. Lester, not being ignored. Thank you for stopping in. Rest in peace, Dio, by the way. Ronnie James Dio. Former lead singer of Dio, Black Sabbath, Rainbow. I'm sure I'm missing a band. Second free throw's no good. 96-66. Blazers ball. They keep using these weird camera angles once in a while. Like a courtside camera angle. I don't like it for watching it on TV. If I was there, it's a different story. McLemore pulls up, no good, and he is fouled going to the line. And Spurs played like this all season. Well, we don't play the Blazers every night. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I got nothing, Chris. Okay, I like the shot by Spurs and Dame. Yeah, Dame. Two free throws for Brandon Williams at the line. Nope, not Brandon Williams. Ben McLemore. Oh my gosh. I am butchering these Portland Trailblazers tonight. I'm sorry. It's tough calling this with they have so many guys I'm not familiar with. Keon Johnson, Keldon Blevins, Greg Brown the third, Trenton Watford, Justice Winslow. CJ Elleby. I just don't follow Portland. When I think Portland Trailblazers, I think Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, who's gone. Or heck, when I think Portland, I think Clyde Drexler, Buck Williams, Jerome Kersey, Cliff Robinson. That's who I really think Portland Trailblazers. I'm very much a 90s basketball guy. And the Blazers, just 69, the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, I didn't just say that, did I? I did. Yes, Rainbow. Delete. Yes. Josh Richardson, three-pointer, no good. Man, the Spurs can't buy a three. Jakob Poeltl with the offensive board and put back. 98-89. It does seem like he's been in the league forever. He has, Olga. Mine is falling around. Mine was there. Ben McLemore with the ball again. Out to Drew Eubanks. Eubanks will get it to CJ Elleby. Elby's going to pull up for three. No good. Josh Richardson with the rebound. Spurs up by 29. 5 minutes to go in the third Q. Jay Rich going to drive in the paint. Throw it up off the glass. No good. Jakob Poeltl with another offensive board and putback. Jakob Poeltl has been an offensive rebounding machine against his former teammate Drew Eubanks. Which, with all due respect to Drew, shows you how much trouble we had in the second unit getting out-rebounded when he was out there. McLemore pulls up and drains the deuce. Drops a deuce on the Spurs. 100-71. Spurs already with 100. Keldon drives, loses the ball, out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Spurs. 0-3, I would love that. I doubt it happens, but it would be great. Yeah, Ning, yeah, you're making like a rebound king. Thank you for being a channel member, by the way. If I already said that to you. How many rebounds Yak got so far? I don't know. It feels like he's got to have at least 10. Yes, they are, Chris. Yes, they are. Kelman, corner three. Good. 103-71. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Homer says I should bring Sean Elliott in here more often, huh? Go Spurs, go! They're playing good with him here tonight. Maybe I'll keep him here for Saturday's game. If I decide to call it. We'll see. Gotta see how the weather is, too. I might want to be out riding my bike. 9 rebounds? It feels like more than that. Are more than half of them offensive rebounds? Drew Eubanks has 17 tonight. Murray gets into the paint. No good with the layup. Gets fouled. Going to the line for 2. Jakob 16 and 9. It really feels like he has more rebounds than that. 103-73. Well, Portland's missing everybody. I mean, Anthony Simons was playing well. He's out. Damian Lillard's out. They traded CJ McCollum. All their whoops. Just kidding. DJ All NBA first team? Probably not. Probably not. Let's be honest. Other guys are going to get it ahead of him. Oh, it's 20-12 here. Free throws made, and then immediately a turnover, and followed by a Keldon Johnson 3. Ugh, everything is going wrong for the Portland Trailblazers. Spurs hit the free throw, and then Portland immediately turns the ball over. They were showing something in the crowd. NBA Pass is like not even showing the game sometimes. They're back to a 35-point lead as the Spurs have come back to life in the third quarter the last few minutes. And now we're going to have another foul. The referees have gotten very whistle happy in this third quarter. Defensive team, it's going to be tough, D'Lo, because he's leading the NBA in steals, but he's also been torched by quite a few guards this year. I'm not trying to speak negatively on him. He's had some rough matchups. But leading the NBA in steals should get you at least all defensive second team. Oh, we have a technical on the Spurs. Maybe a defensive, some kind of second violation. I don't know. Illegal defense. Oh, Jay Rich got teed up. Josh Richardson had something to say to the ref, and the ref didn't like it. Gave him the old hiya. Caden, Caden, thank you for stopping in. 108-74. Yeah, this is just had a technical free throw for Portland. This has been a blowout, an unexpected blowout. Well, man, sorry to Caden's a Falcons fan. I'm sorry, man. I saw you had the Matt Ryan jersey. I can't even. I've never had one of my players get traded that I had a jersey for. I've had players get traded. The most recent one, the biggest, most recent trade in my life in the last 5 years was probably Odell Beckham Jr. to the Cleveland Browns. The Spurs have traded players. I mean, I like Derek White, but I wasn't a huge Derek White fan. Um, yeah, yeah, that sucks. I remember some people telling me he had a Derek White jersey on the way in the mail when he got traded, which has to, oh my gosh. Last game, Wabajack, he had a bad game. I will concede that. He was 8 of 24. I would have liked to have seen him shoot a little less, but I thought about that since then. I'm like, you know what? It's a double-edged sword. Yes, he was not playing well in the fourth quarter, but I'd rather him shoot than be passive and defer and just have nobody shooting. I mean, it's a lose-lose, but people did get on his case really quick, which I thought, saying he had a bad game is just a fact. I'm fine with people saying that, but saying that he sucks now and get rid of him or whatever, trade him, it's like, come on, he's having one bad game. I knew you had Julio too, Caden. I just didn't want to mention it. Oh yeah, I forgot Jacques Landale was on the team, Benedict. I guess Pop did too. Media, it's gonna be tough. Anything's possible. Thank you, Veronica. I'm loving this league too. It's not helping the channel because blowouts don't get a lot of views, but it's nice as a Spurs fan to have a so far stress-free game. We were down 9-2 to start the game. We were down 9-2, and then the Spurs went on a run, and they've been leading ever since. They went up 11-2, and Portland has just been behind. Let's do a little cool check score on the Lakers game because, well, we're trying to catch the Lakers in the play-in spot. The Lakers are down 85-75. Dang, that's a high-scoring game. 85-75 with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Patrick Beverly was fined 20 grand and George Hill 15K for on-court altercation on Saturday. Go figure. Patrick Beverly got into it with somebody. Domantas Sabonis is out at least 10 days with a knee injury. Huh. I'm sorry, I'm all sniffly. It's New England weather, man. It's been warm here last week. It was 70 degrees. I was going out biking, and then this week is back down to 30. I hate this weather. Got some free throws coming up for Portland. Even the Portland fan can't hit the shot. Oh, mine's I will see. I'm leaning towards covering it. It's just a weird time, 5 p.m. on a Saturday. If it's really nice out, I might go for a bike ride and not be home until 5:30 or so. I'll let you guys know if I don't cover it in the community notes. But right now, I'm planning on covering it. Score under 250? Well, it's 223, and we still have 15 minutes left. So no, I don't think this is John Michael. If you bet on under 250, you're probably going to lose the bet. Spurs me 1.5 games back from the Pels. Oh, all right, cool. Thank you, Caden. 1.5, and we play the Pelicans on Saturday. They whooped us last time we saw them. Jakob Poeltl in the paint is stepped on the baseline. Went out of bounds. Yeah, Kings don't have Sabonis for a while. Last time the Spurs won back to back. It's been a while since the Spurs won. You know, these Fiesta jerseys have rubbed off on me. I didn't like them initially, the Fruity Pebbles jerseys, but they've, I kind of like them now. Ben McLemore with the ball, drives into the paint, stops, pops off the glass. Good. 108-78. 2.5 minutes ago. Yeah, I saw the Hawks lost to a really bad team. Jay Rich for three. Nope. The Spurs' three-point shooting has gone ice cold in the third quarter. I will say that. They have not been able to buy a bucket from beyond the arc. Another drive and a block by Jakob Poeltl as he crashes into the stands and knocks over a cameraman. Everybody looks like they're okay. I don't know who Josh Turner is, John Michael, so I'm sorry I can't sing it because I don't know what that song is, or nor do I know that artist. Chris, that's what I'm thinking too. It's a weird time. I think a lot of people are going to be working or out, and I just might chill on the Saturday game. We'll see. It's still I have a few days to decide. Spurs can enter the playoffs. If we enter the play-in, I see Lakers Clippers beat up. Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't buy the Fruity Pebble jersey? One or two free throws made? I wouldn't buy it, but I don't hate it like I did when I first saw it released. Zach Collins thinks about it, three, pulls it down. We'll get it out to Kelvin, back to DeJounte, and Murray with the straight up three. No good. Wow, seriously, the three-point shooting has disappeared. Trey Jones with the offensive rebound. Gets back to DeJounte, and Murray will drive in the paint, gets by everybody, gets rejected. Goaltend? Goaltending by Greg Brown III. I think he stopped it off the glass, which you can't do. Take a look at the replay. Yeah. It was above the cylinder. You can't. Yeah, it's a goaltend. 110-79. Murray with 26 on 9 of 13 shooting. His career high is 32. I don't imagine he's going to play much in the fourth quarter. Drew Eubanks will pass it out for three. Nope. Zach Collins almost accidentally knocked it in. You are probably safe with that. Johnson whips it into Jay Rich. Jay Rich back to Zach Collins. Pull-up jumper. Good. 112-79. Frankie, true. I like the Black Fiesta. I still prefer these jerseys over everything. The traditional silver and black. Blazers with some nice ball movement. And Zach Collins, I think, just got a block. Blazers still with the ball. He's going to be knocked out of bounds and still with Portland. 12 on the shot clock. Which guard is a better defender than DJ? That's going to be tough, so I don't really follow any other teams. I'm just going based on he's gotten scorched against some guards in the NBA. That could keep him off the all. Gosh, I had to think about that. I have to think about that. Always traditional. Full-time Spurs fan says Drew Holiday. Kaden, are you guys in danger of missing the playoffs now? Is it that bad in Atlanta? Spurs ball, 112-79. DeJounte Murray to Zach Collins. He's going to take a three. Not going to make it. Drew Eubanks with the rebound. Portland will have 35 on the game clock. They could try to 2-for-1 here. Runner in the paint is very short by Keon Johnson. And there's about 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Reyes from West Side San Antonio. Good evening. Well, Leonard's not with the Spurs anymore, but Leonard was a better defender and he's a 2-time defensive player in the year, but he's not a guard. Murray pull-up jumper is good. We're at the 10 seed right now. Ooh, 5. You should be fine. Timeout? Nope, just a stoppage of play. I know this is Spurs page, but can we acknowledge it's not? Yeah, I acknowledge other teams playing well. And a nice layup by Keon Johnson as he gets down there with only 1.7 seconds left. Josh Richardson, half-court 3. Nope. Spurs will take a 33-point lead. I mean, I acknowledge that the Suns are playing good. I acknowledge the Lakers are playing bad. Blitzkrieg, what's going on? Good y'all just got in. Wow, yes, we are ahead by a lot. Yeah, yeah, Ningen, that's a good point with Trae Young. Touche. Let me take a look at the NBA All Defensive Team last year. All right, there's a defensive player ratings page, I guess. I think. All right, so this must be some kind of stat they have on NBA. It's a month old. They had Giannis Antetokounmpo number 1, Mikal Bridges number 2, Jaren Jackson number 3, Draymond Green, Rudy Gobert. Did you have DeJounte Murray on there? I don't know the positions of Bridges and Jackson off the top of my head. All right, Jackson's not. All right, he's a power forward, isn't he? Mikal Bridges, isn't he a small forward? They might have actually DeJounte's. You might be right about DeJounte. Because I'm seeing all big men. These are like all big men except for DeJounte. You might be right. This might be a down year for the guards I'm usually used to seeing on these lists. And my apologies. Murray may actually, at worst, be all defensive NBA second team. There's a legit shot he could get all NBA defensive first team. He's not going to get defensive player of the year. But props to him. Who knew? Not me. Guess you. I admit it when I'm wrong. Evan, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Yo, what's up, TSR? Yeah, this does feel nice. 2 games in a row, and heck, if we can win Saturday, get a 3-0 week. We've only had one other week we went undefeated 3-0. Yes, well, we need the Pelicans to not smoke us again, like they did on Saturday. I was gonna say Chris Paul on show. Hasn't he missed a lot of time? The only reason I didn't say Chris Paul is I feel like he's been out. And that can factor into whether you're a player, defensive team or not if you miss a lot of time. Jabari Apollo would be nice. Ken, it does feel good not to stress, though. I do stress about a lot of games. Not this one. Joe Mama with the ball out to Josh Rich. Back to Joe Mama. Launches a 3. Joe Wieskamp still can't make a shot. He's 0 for 3 for the night. Still trying. He's just not making them. Hawks. I got the Hawks in my head now because you guys are talking about Atlanta. Both jerseys are red. Keon Johnson with Portland misses the shot. Trey Jones will bring it up for San Antonio. Jones over to Jay Rich. Jay Rich gets into Zach Collins in the paint. Collins back to Josh Richardson. Thinks about a 3. Pulls it down. Over to Trey Jones. Trey Jones back to Jay Rich. He'll take the 3, and he will miss the 3. Man, we can't make a 3-point shot in the second half. All right, Caden. Good night, man. I hear you. I got to get up at 6:45. Less than 7 hours away for me. Sucks. It is what it is. Late games. What are you going to do? That's a missed 3 for Portland. It is Spurs ball up 114-81 with 11 minutes to go. James Harden's hurt, Bunny Girl? Not a Harden fan, but I don't wish injuries on anybody. Welcome back, Carlos. Josh Richardson will drive, pass it out to Trey Jones. Jones gets it to the paint. The runner is in and out. 10.5 minutes to go. Portland ball. Wofford will just kind of run around the ball for a bit. Finally passes it out. 14 on the shot clock. And the Portland Trailblazers playing hot potato before an air ball by Wofford. Air ball. Yeah, actually, there is a good crowd there, D'Lo. I'm kind of shocked. Is Primo struggling? He hasn't played much. Holy crap, we have a KBD sighting. Jay Rich for 3, in and out. Keita Bates-Diop is playing, Spurs fans. He hasn't played in a long time. I just saw number 31 on the court. I thought he was out tonight. I guess he's in. This fourth quarter's been kind of ugly so far. Neither team can put it in. Wofford with another miss. KBD will bring it up for the Spurs. Gets it over to Josh Richardson. Richardson into the paint. High layup. No good. And Joe Wieskamp with the offensive rebound will get it to Trey Jones. 10 on the shot clock for the Spurs. As some very sloppy basketball to start the fourth quarter. Jones to Joe Mama. Joe Mama for another 3. Finally! Finally! Joe Wieskamp has scored for the San Antonio Spurs. Kenneth, I don't know. Raul, good. Worked out twice today. Sticking with it, my man. Thank you for asking. Feel good. I had to take 2 days off. I had to take Sunday and Monday off. My neck was all sorts of jacked up, and I just couldn't do it. But I worked out twice today, worked out twice yesterday, plan on working out twice tomorrow. So back in the groove. Back in the New York groove. Trey Jones for 3. Well, that one was way off. 8 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Spurs up 117 to 81. The runner is no good by Greg Brown III, but he gets the offensive rebound and throws down a huge dunk on our Spurs. Rolling, go Spurs, go. Yeah, Carlos, Spurs up big tonight. I do work at 7 a.m., Evan. And Spurs turn the ball over. Lakers only down 2. Yeah, I heard James Harden just got hurt too. So that Lakers might actually win that. Michael got some corn in the chat. This does feel like a G League basketball game. You talking about me, Carlos? Another what? Jacques Landale sighting. We got the Twin Towers light with Jacques Landale and Zach Collins. Aggressive, hopefully is right. 93-91, oof. It's going to be LeBron versus Embiid at the end of that, which is a marquee matchup, obviously. Wetford with an alley-oop and a blown dunk by Greg Brown, and he hangs on the rim. And while he's hanging on the rim, the ball hit the rim again, which means it's a goaltend, and it'll be Spurs ball. I am not a teacher. Not at all. I'm a musician. I am work in the tax division for my job. No, not a teacher. I did teach Christian ministry first, second grade when I lived in Virginia. Josh Primo for 3. Good! Who was just saying Josh Primo's not too good? It's a big 3. He's been okay this rookie season. I mean, the expectations were maybe a little high because of his draft position. And we have an and 1 is done. Gets the layup, fouled, going to the line. At 37 and look like 24. That's a good thing, Carlos, I think. I'm up 44 and probably could go for 38, 39, late 30s. Nice bunny. And he made the free throw. 120-86. 7:40 to go. Spurs blowing out Portland in Portland. Chris Dunn on a 10-day contract with Portland. Did not know that. Joshua Primo almost turns the ball over. 8 on the shot clock. Primo running around, and then he finally gets fouled. Romeo, KBD's in the game. Romeo Langford, man, I don't know what happened to that dude. Out all year since his trade. Plays 1 game with the Spurs, and out all year again. Those are two very different things, Olga. I've actually combined the two. I've had a few political songs on my music channel. I was like, you know what? I don't like talking politics here, but I can sing about it, so I do. KBD's runner's no good. Another foul. Be careful with that in the chat. You could get in trouble with YouTube. Just not that it doesn't look good for my age, but the second part, which I can't repeat. I'm 19, but I look 40. Does Paulo look like he's really old? Good evening, Mickey. Yeah, we are definitely in massive garbage time between these two teams. KBD at the line for two, his first game, and I don't know, feels like forever. There's no scoreboard up. Did he make both or miss one? I was paying attention. He made them both. Blazers ball. Pull up jumper, no good after a missed three. So two shots for the Blazers, no good. And the Blazers are going to go deep in their bench, and I'm not going to know who anybody is shortly. 7 minutes to go. Spurs up by 36. KBD out to Trey Jones. Jones gets it to Joe Wieskamp for three. Good! Joe Mama with back-to-back threes. They are fired up, Frankie. Romeo pull his hammy. We not. No, he might be having a bad injury. He's under contract next year. Okay. The guy's always hurt, though. He's always hurt. He was always hurt with Boston, and he's been with us for what, 6 weeks, and he's hurt already. He's looking like a busty Osurski. Devontae Kaycock has been reassigned to the G League. I don't think he's going to play for the San Antonio Spurs again at this point. Timeout. Is DeMar playing? Not for the Spurs. Don Allen, good evening. Go Spurs, go Lakers suck. Wow. Ouch. All right, Omar Martinez. I hear you, man. I got to get to bed soon too. It's past my bedtime. I'm usually in bed by now, but got to call my team. DeMar definitely doesn't. He is a Chicago Bull. And I think Carlos is just trolling us with that one. Chicago has not played well against the better teams in the NBA. I don't think Devontae's staying with us. I really don't. Especially with all the draft picks we have coming in this draft. If we draft all the guys we can, which is what, 4 or 5 picks, we're going to have a lot of guys we need to send in the G League. And that means Devontae Kaycock going to get his Kaycock right out of here. I don't know what the Spurs are going to do with Josh Richardson. He's been playing well. A lot of the websites I go to are saying that he's more than likely going to get traded. I don't know. I've liked what I've seen from him for the most part. Daryl, we're going to the playoffs for sure. Let's wait and see Saturday. The Pelicans annihilated us last week. Let's see how we play this Saturday. If they can beat the Pelicans and have a 3-0 week, that gives me some faith that they could make a good legit run at the play-in. Lakers are up by 3. Well, man, I mean, wouldn't that be something if the Lakers won the championship this year? Can you imagine if Anthony Davis comes back and the team's been getting trolled on hard all year, but gets healthy in time for the playoffs and then makes a crazy run? Anything's possible. Done. And that's why when you see me cover trade rumors on the Spurs, I only cover what I think may happen. I was like 3 or 4 on trade rumors. I said Jakob Poeltl might be traded. That turned out to not be true, but he actually was possibly going to get traded. I said Daddy Shun would get traded. He did. I said Bryn Forbes was going to get traded. He did. And the last one was I said Derek White could possibly get traded, and he did. So it's 3 or 4. I mean, there's a lot of clickbaity websites out there during trade season, and I chose not to cover a lot of the trade rumors with the Spurs, and 90% of those turned out to be bogus. So when you come to this channel, I always try to tell you guys, if it's a trade rumor, there probably is some legitimacy to it if I'm covering it. Otherwise, I just don't cover anything just to cover it. So take that for what you will. There's a lot of sites too that just put up This trade would make blah, blah, blah go to blah, blah, blah. It's not even a trade rumor. It's just them making up a trade. Romero, go Spurs, go. I hope we get in though because we have quality Anastasia. We just need one more player. Pirtle. I don't know. My heart says that he's good enough. Primo for 3, no good. He's good enough to be our starting center to get us to the promised land. My mind says no. If that makes any sense. I mean, I'm rooting for him. He's got a lot of positives in the game. I just feel like there's too many negatives. I don't know. He's outplayed his contract. I'll say that much. And Blazers are going deep on their bench. I don't know who some of these guys are. Drew Eubanks is still out there against his former team. That's cool. Joe Wieskamp baseline 3 is no good. That's good to see him play Romero. Hey, Cowboy X Factor, you're up late tonight. Another miss by boy. Both teams missing on both ends. I don't think the Spurs are going to hit 30 in this last quarter. I really don't. Carlos Jeter with the $10 super chat, and he says, "Because I want to, go Spurs, go! Thank you, my man. This is for you. Go Spurs, go!" Now I got to get paying attention to the game. I mean, it's a blowout. I'm just kind of talking to the chat. I'll stay here till the end, and when somebody scores, I'll call it. But I mean, there's 5 minutes left. There's no doubt the Spurs are going to win this game. Drew Eubanks misses in the paint. I like Jay Rich, Lobert, and D White. No, I'm not going to hate for that. It's all right. You're not the only one that said you like Josh Richardson's game. It's not saying that you like a player more than the other per se. It's just maybe Jay Rich's game works better with the Spurs, this version of the Spurs. I think Pirtle's in the wrong era. That's fair. Bodie Bag PS4, thank you for stopping in. KBD checking back in for the Spurs. I didn't even know he checked out. How close are we to 150 thumbs up? Did we get to the mark yet? We're at, oh, we got 250. We'll take it. It'd be nice if we get to 200, but if we can't, that's cool too. Looks like that. I hit the wrong button. A little tired. Wait, 76ers are up one. They just went on an 11-0 run? It is a perfect game to talk to the chat, and I think that's what I'm going to do, John. 4:38 left. We had a couple, or actually, we got an inbound pass coming in. 127.86. Nice chance to chill out, talk to the chat. And I don't get to talk to you guys a whole bunch except for halftime because I don't start my streams early. In case you haven't noticed, a lot of YouTubers start their streams 15 minutes before game time. It's not my jam. When the game that starts at 8, I start my stream at 8. I just don't feel the necessity to go live a half hour before the game starts. Just my thing. So there's a chance to kind of chill out. Sadoronsky, he's gone. He's not a Spur anymore. I can't believe the 76ers just went on a 11-0 run. If the Lakers lose, Spurs are going to be 2 games behind them. All right, yes, Cersei, I can show you the game because you asked nicely. The game! Boop, 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 beep, beep. KBD having 2 free throws for the Spurs. Made the first one 128-86, and this game is obviously over. Go Spurs, go to you as well, Christian. Makes the second one 129-86. Bruno, good evening. 230. It's I don't know, 215 points. I don't know. The scoring is scored down a lot. 15 more points in 4 minutes. They should hit over 230. That's a missed layup by Greg Brown III. It is Spurs ball. Have I ever been in Australia? No. I'd like to go someday. Oh, Bruno said please less than 100, 130 or 230? I think he meant 230. Shaq versus anybody wasn't fair. I would agree. Shaq was 7 feet, 320 pounds, 300 pounds in his prime, and could move though. He was very agile for a big guy when he was young. A miss by Kelvin Blevins, but a huge dunk by Greg Brown III on the putback. All right, Don, good evening to you. Go Spurs, go. 230. 217 right now. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. KBD wide open for three. Good. Uh-oh. That's 220. It's going to be close. Andy, I do want to come down there at some point. It does look like it's going to be under 238. That first half was very high scoring, but the teams did cool off as we thought they would in the second half. Drew Eubanks for three. Lupe, I was not expecting a blowout like this. Not at all. Oops, I got one too many points on the scoreboard for the Spurs. Sorry. Gosh, we're up by 40? What the heck's going on here? Yes, agent symbols. The Boston Celtics pick is protected 1 through 4, so anything after that, it's the Spurs. The Celtics could lose the rest of the year, and they're not going to be in the bottom 4 of the league, so we have their pick. Cameron, we can make the plan. It ain't going to be easy. Orenko, thank you for stopping in. 40. Dropping a 40 spot on the Blazers. The Blazers. Getting blazed. Diana, good evening, and go Spurs go. If anybody's new to the channel, by the way, I'm obviously a huge San Antonio Spurs fan. I cover the majority of their games. I'm also a New York Giants fan. Do news videos and analysis videos on the Spurs and Giants as well. So if you're interested in either team, both teams, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Or if you're interested in neither and just think I'm a cool guy, you can also hit the subscribe button. I don't know. Let's check in on the Lakers game. They are down 107 to 100 with 6:49 to go. Who's the leading scorer in that game? Joel Embiid with 26 for the Lakers. LeBron James isn't playing? LeBron James is out tonight. What's up with LeBron? Why is he not playing? Malik Monk is the leading scorer with 20. Where's LeBron? This is a game on ESPN too. I'm surprised he's out tonight against the Sixers at home. I had no idea he was out. Jorge, I agree too, man. Old mate channel member, thank you for stopping in. LeBron out with a knee. That knee's been bothering him all like the last few weeks. Demetrius, we're gonna have a lot of backups in, so I don't know. But if I was the Lakers, I'd be careful with him. Props to him for having a great year at his age, but he is still closer to 40 than 30. He's pushed, what, he's 38? And he's got a lot of miles on those legs. And knee injuries, they got to be careful with that. You do not want to risk LeBron this year in a year where the Lakers are struggling and have something bad happen that affects him next year. I don't know what's going on with James Harden. Yeah, he's played a lot of games with a sore knee, Carlos. Seriously, they got to be really careful. I'm talking about this game. I know. I don't know. I mean, it depends. It depends on who's playing. I mean, if it's all guys I've never heard of, who knows? I think Primo's out of the game now. Carlos, let me double check. I think Murray's our leading scorer. I don't think Josh Primo's playing anymore. Josh Primo's not in there. So the odds of him getting another rebound or assist are 0. KBD pull-up jumper, no good. There's 2.5 minutes to go. People are saying he's stacking his stats a lot, man. I don't know about that. Travel by Portland. His assists have gone down significantly. His turnovers and scoring have gone up. So maybe he's just focused on scoring right now and hey, whatever. I don't care. Doesn't affect my team anyway. Joe Wieskamp with the ball for San Antonio to Zach Collins. Collins thinks about a 3, pulls it down, drives in the paint. Lots of contact. He's going to call for a charge. Yep. Charge on Zach Collins. Primo's done for the night. Who do you think the Spurs might pick? It depends where they pick. If they get a top 3 pick, all bets are off. Then it's going to be one of the 3 big guys: Chet Holmgren, Paulo Banchero, or Jabari Smith Jr. It is Portland ball. Elijah Hughes to the hoop. Gets the layup. Oh, crap. We play this team 2 more times, so hopefully next time they play, I'll know the roster a little bit better. Actually, we play them twice in 3 days. We play them like April 1st and April 3rd. Jacques Landale in the paint, out to KBD, whips it around to Trey Jones. Jones. And a 3-second violation on the Spurs. Jalen, there's only a minute 38. Minute 38 left, 131-93. Oh my gosh, if we can get Jabari Smith Jr., I think that would be, I think that's ideally the guy we want. Although some people want Paulo or Chet. I get it. Hey, any one of them is going to improve our team. Long three is good. Elijah Hughes hits a three, and somebody asked if it's going to be under 230. Well, we're at 227 with a minute 20 to go. It's going to be close to that 230. Jacques Landale in the paint goes for a dunk, misses it, gets fouled, going to the line for two. WC, the Spurs are going to win this game. There's only a minute 14 left. 5:20. Oh, wow. Lakers coming back. What a game that's turned out to, huh? Yeah, there is really nothing else he can do, I guess. That's a good point. Team's playing bad. Team has no defense. The team is old, disorganized, terrible head coach. What the heck? They just showed one of the announcers. Half his head is shaved. The other half has hair. That is not a good look. 229 points if you bet under 230. Pull up three is no good by Keon Johnson. 55 seconds to go. Carlos, they probably went to bed, which I'm going to do when this game's over. Joe Mama for three. No good. Fight for the board. KBD with the putback blocked. No good. 39 seconds to go. Maybe he'll stay under 230 by a point. And a turnover by Portland by Greg Brown III. And Trey Jones will bring it up, and he might just dribble it out. Is he going to run a play? Or there's a 9-second dirt with shot clock and game clock. This might actually finish a point under 230. Holy crap. He's going to dribble it out. That's going to be a 24 shot clock violation. Oh, getting a little angry at the end. Jacques Landale getting into a Greg Brown in the third, which is, it's the end of the game in a blowout. What are you guys getting chippy for? Anyway. Did really 8.9 seconds left, and we get two people going at it. Hey, Ofa, good evening. Oh, May Chandler, thank you for being here. Cheers to you. Grooves are looking much less fruity. Boston's playing well, so that draft pick is falling down, and Toronto's still up in the air. If Toronto does not make the playoffs and is a lottery team, then we lose that pick, and it rolls over to next year. We're going to go through the final stats quick because it is late where I am, my friends. If you're on the way out, please hit the thumbs up. Don't forget, it does help the channel on a huge Spurs win as they blow out the Portland Trailblazers by 37. Let's take a look at the Portland stats. Justice Winslow with 0. Trendon Watford with 10. Drew Eubanks with 20 points and 9 rebounds and 4 assists against his former team. CJ Ellaby with 2. Chris Dunn with 9. Brandon Williams, 7. Ben McLemore off the bench with 23. Greg Brown, 7 points, 14 boards off the bench. Keon Johnson with 8. Keldon Blevins with 0. And Elijah Hughes with 10 for the San Antonio Spurs. Devin Vassell with 16. Keldon Johnson with 26 points tonight. I realized he scored that much. Jakob Poeltl with 16 and 9. Plus he had 6 block shots. 6 block of Poeltls. Joshua Primo with 8, 5, and 3. DeJounte Murray with 28, 6, and 7. Shot very well from the field, 10 of 14. Off the bench, Josh Richardson with 15. I think that was all in the first half. He disappeared in the second half, unfortunately. Trey Jones with 2, 8, and 9. And a steal and 2 blocks. He had 2 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Okay, Zach Collins with 8 and 9. Joe Wieskamp with 6. KBD with 6. And Jacques Landale with 2. That's the tail of the tape. Go Giants is more like it. You're welcome, everybody. I usually like to talk for a minute or two after the games. It is about 12:20 where I am, so I have to call it a night. Appreciate y'all being here, and good win for the Spurs. Good win for the Spurs. I want to thank you all again. Pop, thanks you. Chuck Norris, thanks you. What a punch. And that's all I got. GG, Blazers fans. Until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!